Oh, good. He went away.
Fix that, Jim. Well, I don't just did there, but fix that.
Well, start talking, dickhead.
Podcast.
It's called a title graphic. Welcome to the big league.
I like it. I didn't see that coming, buddy. Didn't see that coming.
You're an idiot.
Buddy. I didn't see that coming.
What an asshole.
You want me to be a producer? I'm goddamn producing.
No, I appreciate it. I didn't see it coming. I did not see that coming, but I appreciate it.
This is why you're not in the host chair.
Ernest.
Yeah, that's why you are in the host chair, Matt.
Ernest. Shut up. Take Me Wrestling Podcast. Welcome in. The group is back together. It's me, Big Mac. I'm joined by Craig, who's over here.
Big Mac?
Yeah, Big Mac.
Big Mac.
My nickname.
He's fat. That's why.
I'm joined by producer Big Jim. Thanks for being here.
Looks like a mini Kevin Owens.
I Joe. No, me with the beard. Joe with the Alonzo Diaz title buffer there.
His dog.
Somewhere with the dogs.
What's up?
Personally, we have a friend of the show. A guest.
I dare you to
with us.
Say his last name properly.
My last name's not on the screen. It doesn't matter, EJ.
No? First name greatest. Last name ever. Go fuck yourself, Ernest. I did it. Welcome in Matt from 3CT. What's up, buddy?
I was glad to be here until EJ's fucking computer started working. He was able to join the show. Thought we would have some fun. But I'm happy to be here, I guess. We'll see.
Dude, are you really going to the Roots next week?
What?
Sorry. Are you really going to the Roots next week?
Am I going where?
To the Roots.
The Roots.
That's what he said in fucking text.
No, there's a farm market in our town near us called Roots.
Oh,
it is spelled
because technically the Roots are from Philly too. Don't forget that. So that's why it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, we know that we're not assholes, but why would I?
Think
the Roots just?
I don't know if Jim knows who the Roots
you
are.
think the Roots just like hang out?
They're the house band
every week.
I mean.
Okay, we've been live
and last night in the podcast we discussed this with Kyle. Jim is really white, so the Roots. I don't know who the Roots are.
Matt's known me for over 20 years. He's well aware of how white I am, and the Roots were the house band for the Jimmy Fallon show. So yes, I'm well aware.
Very good.
So hold on.
Wait,
on the air for 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Ernest has made
38
a moron
seconds.
of himself for 2 minutes and 41 seconds. So the fact that this is going about as planned, gonna have a lot of fun on today's show. We're gonna make fun of Ernest. That's what we do here. Also, off air, Ernest made a big ass out of himself yesterday in the family vacation group chat that we have with my wife, his wife, talking about how, oh yeah, it'd be great if we do Wrestlemania 40 and let's turn it into a 18-hour road trip, which I responded with, you could go fuck yourself.
That is not what it was.
Oh, hold on, my wife's here.
Carol, get in here.
He said a 10-hour drive, and I said, bro,
only
it's
if you're
17
driving.
hours from here to Delaware, and Philly is about half an hour to an hour from where I'm from. So add 18 hours to that.
Tokyo trip.
10 hours. What, you're going to WrestleMania in what? North Carolina?
Yeah.
Wait, I have an important question.
No. Yeah.
Jesus. Never let EJ or Ryan run a fucking road trip from either of these podcasts.
Why Ryan? What's wrong with Ryan? What's wrong with Ryan?
One time he thought Philadelphia was just past Lancaster in Pennsylvania. So, yeah, Joe, what's up?
So, first of all, as you started that sentence, I thought you were going to say, don't ever let Ernest or Ryan run a train on somebody, and that was a horrifying thought. Second of all,
you've now scarred me for the rest of my life, Joe.
I would just like to know, on a scale,
coffee in my eye.
And 1 being Eminem and 10 being the dad from Different Strokes, how white do you consider yourself?
About negative 30.
Okay.
I mean, last night.
So like one of the snow walkers on Game of Thrones. Got it.
I mean, last night on the podcast, Jim got offended because I assumed he didn't know who the Commodores were. And when I asked him, he's like, oh, he didn't know who the Commodores were.
No, I know who the Commodores are. I did. I mean, in my defense, I didn't know Lionel Richie was the lead singer. But look, I'm white.
Are you the abominable snowman?
Like, have you guys ever seen the movie Powder?
Yeah.
what a horrible movie.
Hey, Joe.
Anyway, real quick,
Joe,
before we get to the show
Joe,
itself,
where would you put Carlton in that list?
He's a
Between
solid
Mr.
5.
Drummond and
it's at
Eminem.
5 or 6.
Yeah, 5'6".
Yeah,
All
5,
right, well,
6.
you're definitely not. You're definitely below the Carlton scale. So
Minus 30.
You'd be about
Damn.
you'd be about like a 2.5. You'd be right
So,
in the middle of Mr.
we just-
Drummond and Carlton.
So we just teased it a little while ago. At least Mike just did.
I know I
WrestleMania
did. That's
40,
why it was a good segue.
April 6th and 7th, at the Link in Philly, home where Matt.
The
I'm not
financial
gonna mention his
district.
last name because you may get mad at me. If I don't say it right. So Matt, let me ask you a question. Can I stay at your house?
No.
Fuck you then.
Are any of them Eagles fans?
Matt is.
God damn, he is. That's why you don't get along.
Phillies.
See the podcast next week.
Yeah, he is. He's wearing a Phillies hat.
Oh, I can't see. I don't have glasses.
His name
I
is
just-
at BCTA Philly. Yeah, I think he's a Philly fan.
What does the 8 stand for, by the way? Is that Kobe?
It's affiliate.
Philly.
Like
Oh,
affiliate?
oh.
Like
Wow,
affiliate.
you're a moron, Ernest.
No, I'm just saying because the 8 is Coach from Philly too. Don't forget that.
EJ,
So I'm just
EJ,
wondering.
you
But-
allegedly listen to this to 3CT every week.
Fit on there together.
I do.
He literally
Every
says it every week in the close of the
Sometimes
show.
old episodes.
It's not always about the fucking NBA, dude.
Well,
There's other
that's a big
sports.
NBA guy though. So I mean,
I
hey,
mean,
Yeah,
he
you're a big-
literally
you're just big-
explains why the
If-
Twitter handle is spelled out the way it is.
If it was for Kobe, it would be a 33 since that's what he wore at Lower Marion. Why would
That's
I
true.
recognize the Lakers? God, you're
Wow,
an idiot,
yeah.
EJ.
Okay, so in the 6 minutes that we've fucking
God, Mike,
you
you look fat on the fucking
we
screen.
know that our host,
Yeah.
I think it's your producer.
no, Big Jim's our producer.
No, I'm the host,
smart one of this show,
allegedly.
buddy. You can't run a soundboard. You don't know to talk over a fucking intro.
Or a marathon.
And you don't know how to say affiliated properly. You thought it was in reference to Kobe Bryant. In 7 minutes, you've now determined that you are no more than a heat fucking sociopathic lifer, and Daniel Jones is your fucking god. So we're gonna move on because the Mets are probably gonna find a way to blow the division just to
Oh,
make
that's
sure
gonna
it's
happen.
even
That's
more
going to happen.
miserable.
Oh, that's going to
uh,
happen. But anyway, any thoughts on Mania 40 in Philly? Because I'm pretty excited for this fucking show.
Okay, so I'm I guess
Is it going to be Roman and Brock?
no, dear God, no.
That's next
It
year.
might be actually. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, what I said.
Drew and Corbin?
Yes.
Turns me on.
Hell yeah. I said this to Carol when I broke the news to her while we were shopping in Target.
No way.
Yeah, we were. It was weird.
Oh wait, Target really? First time?
This is actually the most excited I think I've been for a Mania location announcement since the first time that they announced that they were going to New Orleans. Because I always wanted to go to New Orleans, so I was like, ooh, an even better excuse for it. But yeah, I'm definitely hyped for it. I get to meet the 3CT guys for the first time in person. Cool. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing if intern Mark really asks everybody if they're serious in person. So
Oh boy, are you guys in for a treat?
I'm excited. I've actually been offered the ability to stay on Big Jim's couch. I am going to say though on the podcast that my wife is coming. I'm going to probably get a room, but I appreciate the hospitality, good sir. We'll share a nice meal as family instead of me sleeping.
Yeah.
They're gonna try another kid. That's probably why. You know, room for himself, another kid. You know, that kind of thing.
No, moron. Her best friend is going and Craig's probably going. Really? Like, I'm really going to.
Oh.
So, question. Mike in Philly for a weekend. Over, under 11.5 cheesesteaks.
Are you coming with me?
That's way over. What the
No,
fuck is that?
just
Over.
for you.
No. I'm saying, are you
Have you
coming
seen
with me
Mike?
for-
He might be bigger than this in 2
Then
years.
it's
You
over.
kidding me?
Then it's over.
He'll be bigger than this
My
in 2
wife's
years. What
Puerto
are you talking about?
I'm just saying, if you come with me, we'll put an entire cheesesteak company out of business for a weekend. So it's over. If you don't come, and I'm going to get dinner with my wife, who will
Don't
take
come.
me to other places that are not cheesesteak related, I may take a slight under, maybe like a 9-ish.
All right, because you know you're eating more than once a day.
Yes, but what I'm saying is unless I get one, eat it for breakfast, go to where she wants you for dinner, and then have that for a midnight snack, it's going to cut into my time.
Nah. You can
I mean, there's a lot of places to get cheesesteaks, Mike.
Yes, there is.
I didn't say that I was going to get one from the same place every time.
We can go on a nice tour, Mike.
I'm in. Sign me up. Let's go.
I'm actually looking forward to going. I haven't Philly since a child, so I'm looking forward to this shit. Jim, your thoughts on Philly-Mania 40?
Dude, I'm fucking. I mean, it's going to be my first Mania.
Yeah.
Because I didn't go in 29 when it was in New York. I didn't go to 35. And literally I shared this with Tim and Matt when we wrapped up 3CT tonight. But this was the text exchange yesterday morning. I sent the consortium. I said WrestleMania is coming to Philly in 2024. She says, you better go to this one. I'm making you. And then she asked then she asked when tickets go on sale. I said, not sure yet, probably next fall. She goes, stay on top of it because I'm forcing you to go. There was literally no conversation. I was told that I'm going, so I will be there.
I do think that we should try to get someone to run the point on trying to get as many tickets together to sit with you as a big group for that. I think that'd be awesome. Hopefully, and because I haven't actually been to a place where Matt actually owns partial season tickets. I have not seen a baseball game at Citizens Bank, so I would hope that opening day is right around that time, and maybe we can catch the Phillies game while we're there.
Hope it's the Mets. Be nice.
I hope it's the Mets too, so that when you get a beer thrown at your head, we can laugh.
They won't miss.
I will not have your back, EJ, if that happens.
I know that. I don't.
Oh yeah, fuck no.
We'll start throwing beers at you.
Yeah, well, yeah, we will pile on against you.
But I will say that it'll be empty beer cans coming from at least the two fat guys sitting in this picture, because you can ask FLA Live Arena, those tall boys, the Coronas, they go down pretty dang smooth there.
Oh, and I'm not wasting beer to.
I was gonna say, Jim and I just went to the game last weekend, and they were like 13, 14 a pop. Yeah. So I'm not wasting a full can on EJ.
Go Cubs.
And those guys behind us, Matt, they also did not waste any beer.
They did not. Lively crowd this weekend. It was hot. It was 100 degrees. You got to drink. Right. You got to stay hydrated.
So we do have a fun show set up for you guys tonight. Obviously, SummerSlam preview coming up in a little while. Ric Flair's last match. That card is this weekend. We're going to preview that. The legacy of one Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And
I fucking love that sound. I'm sorry, dude.
Joe's topic, where we address the creative hopes for one Paul Levesque, aka Triple H. But yeah, so the big one in Tennessee this weekend, Nashville, home of the Titans. It is SummerSlam, and I think Ernest is
I got it up right here.
Lead in this because he's a fucking. This is the only thing that we can give him the fucking okay to do, because he won't fuck this up too bad.
Well, there's only 8 matches. Nice closeout card here. Let's go to the first one here. No DQ tag team match between the Mysterios, Dominic and Ray,
Los
versus Judgment Day
Mysteriosos
of Damian Priest and Finn Balor with Rhea Ripley in the corner.
I'm going to take the team named after a B WWE pay-per-view show, because I think Dominic turns on Ray and now becomes Rob Lay instead of Los Mysteriosos. I can only hope so, because I'm kind of sick of fucking Judgment Day just being like the blue cheese that people get with their chicken wings, where you're like, well, I guess I'll settle for blue cheese. I really kind of wanted ranch, but whatever, man.
Wait.
Ain't Cedric Edge
involved
in this match?
What?
Blue cheese is the preferred wing condiment. At least you're just going straight like hot wings.
I'm more of a sauce guy myself rather than ranch or blue cheese, but I prefer ranch. But that's me.
Oh man, give me that blue.
You know what? Here's the thing. So
fat
man, I can respect your opinion because you've tried your ample amount of wings, and I respectfully say that we share a beer instead of argue over wing supplement choices.
You could both just be adults and put hot sauce on your hot wings.
Thank you.
I mean, they are loaded with sauce as well.
Just put more sauce on it.
No,
I will also enjoy a dip in the...
hold on, Matt. You might want to retract that statement. Ernest just agreed with you.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
Fuck you guys.
I can admit when I was wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I don't dip every bite of wing.
Neither do I.
In a blue cheese or a ranch. But
EJ, I could see you being like a honey barbecue sauce kind of guy on your wings.
Sometimes. Depends. At moments, but I'm more of a hot sauce guy myself. I'm a hot wings guy. I obviously Judgment Day was his match. I see the breakup happening with the Mysterios here too as well. But do we see Edge involved in this by any chance?
I fucking hope so. When they put fucking $100,000 into those goddamn vignettes we've been watching.
I hope we don't see Edge. I hope we see Etch.
Etch, good old Etch.
Etch.
No, I'm going Judgment.
Etch.
I'm going Judgment Day. Hopefully, maybe Etch returns after. But I'll go Judgment.
We can get the Rey Mysterio Edge tag team back together that were SmackDown Tag Champs.
Oh shit, that's right.
You have a prediction, Craig?
Dark times.
Yeah, I think Dominic leaves and joins the Judgment Day and the Joker.
Is Joe versus Dog versus Flair going to be a
he's
threat on
It is,
SummerSlam this weekend?
Yes, that's the co-main event of night 2 of Ric Flair's last match.
Joe, is that an Iona University sweatshirt?
That's where he went.
It's an Iona College,
They
but
changed it now.
yeah.
No, now it's a university.
I know, and it just happened. It's weird.
So that might be worth something one day if like you ever become a super star in the
Adult film
gay porn industry. It could be worth something one day. Wear it in a movie.
You never know.
All right, back to the topic at hand. Matt, who do you think's going to win?
If you listen to 3CT, I have to pick guests who were formerly on the show, so that means I am contractually obligated to pick Judgment Day.
It's a good pick, Joe. You on Judgment Day too as well, right?
Wait, who'd you have on the show?
Damian Priest.
Oh, back when he was
Punisher Martinez, correct?
Yeah.
Joe hated that gimmick.
I think the name.
Everyone did. It was terrible.
I'll take Judgment Day, but I do agree with Ernest. I'm sure that Edge is gonna get involved at the end at least.
Edge.
So
All right, Ernest.
Clean sweep. All right, next match here. We got Logan Paul against The Miz.
That was just fantastic insight there, EJ. Really just stellar.
I'm actually intrigued by
stuff
this match,
there.
though. I'm actually intrigued by this little rivalry here.
I love this show already. Oh God!
I'm gonna go Logan Paul.
Oh, there's no. It's
That's all there is to it.
Man, you asked for this.
I mean, I literally just watched Corey Seager foul a ball off of his shin. That's more exciting and insightful than Ernest is about this match.
About this show so far.
18 minutes of purgatory, boys. 76 million hours to go.
Go in the corner, Matt.
It's fine.
Wait, hold on. This one actually might be better because people can see less of you now because you've hid yourself in the corner. Ernest, great job. Way to take over the team there with your
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
For me, at least, now the live counter is kind of covering EJ's face, so I get some reprieve.
Ernest looks like he has Lexington Steel in front of him.
I'm trying to log in this thing in the meantime on my computer.
It's big. It's enormous.
Yeah, give me Logan Paul.
Come in my face.
Mike, go
ahead. Because I think I just killed Mike. I'll go Logan Paul. Look, the Miz is bulletproof here. A loss is never going to hurt the Miz, and they just signed Logan Paul. I don't think there's any way Miz is winning this one.
Due to the fact that I think Logan Paul is going to be a celebrity that's going to be here for an extended run, not just a cup of coffee, kind of like the Squad Goals cup that Craig was drinking out of earlier. TY for being a friend. I'm going to take Logan Paul here. I think that he's going to potentially put himself in line to have a Royal Rumble moment in the January tradition.
Royal Rumble?
Yeah, Royal Rumble.
Sure.
I don't necessarily think he'll be an everyday member of the roster, but a win against a good in-ring competitor like The Miz will do nothing but help the Logan Paul express train move on to the next station. Wow, he's gone. Thank God.
Oh man.
Oh, he is black. Oh, never mind. God, I love hanging out with you, Ernest. I miss him.
Joe, did you go yet?
What?
Did you go yet on this one?
Why do you look like a hostage victim?
EJ, blink twice if you're safe.
Joe, what you got in this match?
Like, I'm really waiting for you to start reading lines where you're just like, I don't believe in the job.
Ernest,
I am being
hold
told.
up a newspaper with today's date so we know you're alive.
Oh my God.
Don't make me beg now.
You can't be looking like that in a post 9/11 world.
Nah.
God.
Hey guys,
Do it.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
9/11.
9/11 who?
You said you'd never forget.
Wow, I feel like this is almost as good as a Chris Bowflex joke right now. Joe, who are you taking in this match though?
Oh, what match is it?
Logan Paul and
versus
Miz.
your man crush.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck? I'm gonna go with Logan Paul for all the aforementioned arguments.
So mine, because Ernest added nothing to that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Makes sense. Jim? Because you're
I already went.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I had Logan
All
Paul.
right, next match. Craig, you go ready?
Whoa.
I didn't pick yet, but I'll do
Oh,
an
my bad,
EJ
my bad.
pick.
Are you just gonna keep spitting in the guest's face the entire night?
I will
Look who the
make
guest
my
is.
pick and give the exact same amount of insight as EJ. Logan Paul.
Great.
Ernest,
Logan Paul by
I'm a
DQ,
bitch.
and then the Miz hits him with his finisher.
Ernest, this is why you're never invited to the orgy. You can't handle 4 men at the same time, let alone 5. Like, this is sad.
I love that Jim is literally staring at Joe like he's sitting next to him.
Like the Brady Bunch. That's like the Brady Bunch. Oh, wait, where's Florence?
Tell me more about that, Joe.
So Hollywood Squares, I swear. Anyway, next match we have the Raw Women's Championship on the line between Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch.
I legit tried to do a bukkake with Ernest once, but he kept getting distracted.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Ernest. It's one of Kenny Omega's finishers.
What's
There's
the
way too much
counter at?
coming here.
Because we've hit the over in 22 and a half minutes.
Oh God.
Whatever the fuck the counter is at, we've hit the over.
23 was the number.
We're at 63, and we're 23 minutes.
I want to throw up.
Anyway,
Hand stuff.
Becky Bianca.
This show has gotten off the rails.
I'm trying to get a log in this fucking thing.
Well, you're an idiot. It's probably because you sent the second link that was the same link as the producer who was doing his job, and you were trying to do a half-assed job. With that being said, I'm going to take Bianca Belair because the EHT of the PhD of the LLC of the onomatopoeia is finally going to rid herself of Becky Lynch.
Yeah, I think that I'm hoping. This is my hope. Regardless, Bianca Belair wins. My hope is that she makes short work of Bianca makes short work of Becky Lynch here.
Is this when Bayley comes back after a short work?
And yeah, it's kind of the receipt from last SummerSlam. And Bianca says that that she's still got more in the tank. This was light work. Bayley returns and maybe Bayley walks out as the new champ, but Bianca definitely beats Becky.
And Bianca Belair just can't win more than one match at a SummerSlam ever. Stop booking her in 2.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Makes sense. Craig, you got a guess?
Yeah, Bianca. It's been a year. Like, let it go. New feud.
Joe, do you want to add anything besides trying to kill Ernest and a bukkake or something?
It'd be a hell of a way to go. I'm gonna go ahead.
Maybe for you. Maybe for Ernest. The rest of us.
There's way too much cum here.
Way too much.
This show needs Tim.
Oh my
Just for the extra
god.
things.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I'm actually gonna Becky. I think Becky takes this win. I think
Why
Becky,
do you want this to go on until fucking WrestleMania of next year?
no,
That's racist, Joe.
Here we'll go
Thank
for
you.
3 at SummerSlam.
Oh god.
Boo
But
this
Bianca,
man.
but Bianca can't go 0 for 3 at SummerSlam. She beat Bailey or Carmelo before that match
No,
even
I'm
started.
saying, like we'll go like for 3 years in a row with Becky and Bianca at SummerSlam.
No, Muck. I'd rather you shoot me in the foot with a nail gun.
I mean, we're going year 7 with Brock and Roman. You know,
Right.
But at least there was like a 1 show reprieve.
Right. Yeah, they filled in the gap at SummerSlam with the
Yeah, they had like Cesaro fight him at like breaking point or something. Whatever.
Oof, that's right. That was the thing that happened. Matt.
Wow.
It doesn't make sense to me to have Becky win here. So we will give this win to Bianca and set up a new feud. And I would be happy with Bailey coming back and being in that feud.
Would you be okay if it's the return of Sasha Banks or Naomi?
I'd be fine with that as well.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, I'd be fine with it. I hope it's Bailey though. I just want Bailey back on my TV.
Jim hopes it's Bailey because he still
Yeah, I
hasn't
think Bailey's
forgiven Naomi and Sasha for leaving. That's a touchy
right.
subject for Jim. I mean,
They pulled a Phil from Chicago, and we know how to feel about that.
Took 5 years. 5 years ago, he just forgave Brock for taking his ball and going home. So,
But here's the
you
thing.
gotta get some forgiveness.
That's correct.
Would Sasha and Naomi be dumb enough to jump into a crowd and break their foot shortly after winning the biggest title that your company has?
I hope not.
Well, then
Naomi, maybe.
I think they're already ahead of us from Chicago then on the.
Did EJ just jump into an echo chamber here?
Yeah. No, I got my studio back. I'm good.
Great. So you finally decided to switch your rotary phone for a cordless. All right. Awesome.
All right. My go.
We had it.
My go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
already picked.
No, I did not pick yet. Did not pick yet. I'm gonna go Bianca, but I got a funny feeling Becky's gonna win this match.
So then you're going with Becky.
Ooh.
I got a funny feel. I got a feel Baylor's getting involved in this fucking match and some shit. I don't know, some shenanigans tomfoolery's gonna happen in this match.
He still wrestles.
Is that the referee?
Yes. The referee thing.
Anyway, so next match here we have the SmackDown Women's Championship line between Liv Morgan, the new champ, against Ronda Rousey.
I feel like I need to shotgun a beer before we talk about
This is definitely me going fucking getting some wings in the air fryer.
This is why I'm drinking the heavy stuff tonight. Hey, to talk to EJ in
I
general.
was gonna say, just talking to EJ.
I'm going with the White Claws.
So I get Joe's reasoning, but none of you guys like to watch Liv bounce around in the ring.
I love Lil Liv.
It's not Liv.
Okay.
It's Ronda.
You
It's not Liv.
guys are all getting up to go eat when this match is on.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving for this one.
Liv's not the problem. It's Ronda.
Well, nobody's really staring at Ronda.
Hold on. So you're telling me that Ronda Rousey is going to throw Liv Morgan around for most of this match, and you're going up to get wings. Joe, you may have actually gotten him to come out of the closet. I may have to just applaud you. You know what? Great job, Joe. Attaboy.
Well done.
Attaboy. You want to say anything? You want to?
Well, you remember too. I already blown out Logan Bianca. Once Bianca came out anyway, so it doesn't matter.
But what happens if that match comes on after Liv Morgan? You're just going to sit there and go get wings?
Well,
No, he's going to go get his honey barbecue wings.
With hot sauce. And hot sauce and all that.
Mild.
Allegedly.
I don't do a mild, buddy.
Too spicy.
Shut up, Mike Tyson.
Ernest's new nickname is Submarine because he's filled with semen.
Spinal.
I guess we'll go Liv.
Cum dump. You're a cum dump.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
So now the whole Bukkake story makes sense.
Everything's coming together now.
Yes.
And a lot of cum here. A lot of coming together and comes and yeah.
Come in my face. Come in a trash bag.
Was he invited to come?
He was invited to come.
Was he on his hands and knees just taking it?
He might have been. Where is? Wait, I didn't lose that one, did I?
You better not.
You better
I
not
had to
have.
be on my hands and knees and just take it. If you're not spreading your butt cheeks, I don't want to look.
Guys, come on.
The show is deteriorating.
I'm gonna follow it in.
Wait, come again?
I'm gonna follow it in.
Do we see Ronda here beyond SummerSlam?
I hope not.
I
Liv
hope
wins,
not.
and I hope Ronda goes away. She needs
Yeah.
to go to mom again. Like she needs to.
Can we
Go
make
away.
it? Can we make it like productful though? Like, can Liv win? She walk out, and then like Rhea Ripley like takes her out to give Judgment Day like some kind of rub from taking her out.
I'd be fine with it.
Like, can we make it meaningful? Not just her going like, "I'm gonna go back to being a mom."
I don't care. I don't mean to. I mean, it would be nice if there was actually more of a reason behind it, but I honestly don't care as long as she's gone. Like, and I loved Ronda's first run, but man, this one's been.
But
It's
yeah,
bad.
she's a babyface. She's not a fuck. She's a heel.
Maybe
should be a
she'll
heel.
send. Maybe Little Liv will send her into oblivion.
And whatever.
Oblivion.
Okay, but wait, here's the question. If in this match Ronda were to turn heel, would you be down for a more extended run?
No,
No.
Not really.
We need a break.
wasn't she a heel at WrestleMania?
Well, no,
I don't think she really knows how to do either.
I'm just saying because Submarine over there was like, well, if she was a heel, she wouldn't be so bad. So I'm just saying, like, if she turns heel, would we be able to extend the run?
Well, you have to remember that Submarine is also kind of an idiot, so his opinion on wrestling is up in the air.
Stupid idiot. What do you mean, kind of? Stop being an idiot.
What do you mean up in the air? He's drowning over there.
Submarine.
There's
Right.
a couple. There's some holes in the submarine.
Screen door.
I'll go Liv. I'll pray that Liv wins so Ronda can go away.
Little Liv. But maybe this is something good that happens and someone takes out Ronda and she gets hurt and it's like a disqualification, so like she doesn't actually lose to Liv for a second time. But yeah, anything but Ronda walking out with the title is a success.
Yeah.
All right. Next one, which will be in match tonight, of course, is the Undisputed Tag Team Championship with Jeff Jarrett, Double J, serving as a special guest referee.
Wait,
the Usos.
Did this guy just say that it was going to be the match of the night?
Yep.
He sure did.
It will be.
When did the New Day take the place of the Street Profits?
Don't care. The New Day, the Usos and the Street Profits.
That's racist.
Yeah.
I see where he's coming from because they did have the best match at Money in the Bank.
No, I definitely see this as potentially the top match or number 2 match of the night.
The show potentially.
Absolutely.
But can it steal the show when you pretty much know that one of the members of the losing team is turning on the other one?
You think that happens?
I mean, why couldn't it be?
Because
no, the turn happens on Raw.
Because it almost feels like they could pull the Jonathan Gresham role. Like, hey, you're losing the title in like 12 minutes and you're gonna fucking split it for your teammate, and they just go out there and it's like, well, I guess this is the last time we're doing this. Yay us.
Well, look, if it ends up being an 11-minute match that it doesn't have really any consequence in the match itself, then yeah, it won't be the match of the night.
I mean,
I personally don't see that happening.
You think that they're going to split up one of like the only viable tag teams on the whole roster besides the Usos and the New Day? Like, they have 3 tag teams. I don't think they want to split one of those 3 up.
But you're going to have the same 5 matches out of your tag team division.
I mean, that's what they did for the longest time with the Usos and the
now
Wyatt family.
let's be clear here. Now, Vince is gone, so the tag team thing for years that's going to pass now possibly now. Let's look at
we'll see Triple H and Shawn Michaels come back as DX before they like actually invest in the tag team division.
I mean,
Get four.
the change in creative does create potential for a wild card here,
right?
Well, moving forward, not just in this match itself, because we don't know if all of the traditional, this always happens in WWE will continue to happen, which makes this and the foreseeable future a little bit more intriguing.
I still truly believe that they're going to go with what they had planned, and I still think what they have planned is for a Montez Ford singles run.
No, I still see that. I don't know if it happens this weekend though. I'm leaning more close to what Craig has said on Raw, whether it's Monday or some Monday in September.
Still this week.
Whether it's Raw this week or
but leave
on the road.
People thinking after the pay-per-view.
I see more drip first before.
You've dripped it for the last month. A month before Money in the Bank, you literally were like, "Oh, well, they've had problems." On what, social media? Because somebody didn't like somebody else's fucking post?
No, I see your point, though. But is it possible that that's kind of obvious, though? And sometimes the obvious isn't always the best way to do it on your big show like that? I mean, I don't know.
No, you'd rather do it in the ring, let him come out and cut a promo, and
I mean,
kick him through the fucking barbershop window.
I mean, I think at this point now, the bigger... You got a better chance of doing the
last night with Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah, but right. I mean, it's also what people have been doing for the last 40 years in wrestling. Everything repeats itself. So.
And that's the thing. I would almost rather Montez or Angelo turn during the match and lay out the other one and walk out.
So basically, you're
in the match.
So what we're saying here is we're going to see two turns tonight. We're going to see two turns here. We're going to see Dominic turn on his dad, and we're going to see Montez turn on Angelo.
Or Angelo
on the same show.
Montez.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
Whatever they decide to do.
Raw.
I think it will happen. I just think it'll happen probably another couple weeks on the road.
I think we're going in a different direction with this, and we see the Street Profits win, and that leads to seeing some cracks in the bloodline as opposed to a breakup of the Street Profits. That's what I would hope to see, so that's what I'm going to manifest.
I would hope that when the Usos lose the tag titles, it's to RK Bro.
Do we have any update on Randy?
I don't know, Ernest. Do you have an update on Randy? Because none of us are getting phone calls from Paul. The fuck? No, nobody has an update on fucking Randy on this show. But the guys in Stanford might.
I think the Street Profits kind of fall into that Paul-esque circle of people that he would really want to push and really want to hitch his wagon to as head of creative now.
Right. I can see that. And that's what's so intriguing about the SummerSlam is the book is now out of Vince's hands. So there's so many question marks, so many unknowns right now. We're in an era now. Okay, we got to look at it as Vince is out of the picture now. So I don't know. I'm very fascinated by this Saturday.
I'm gonna see. Here's the thing. I'm gonna take the Usos to retain.
Okay.
Give me the tag team of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. As Sami was trying to be part of the bloodline, he gets kicked out or something.
I said that weeks ago. Remember?
You said that for the Money in the Bank, that Sami should have won it, have somebody beat Roman for the title or whatever, and then it was oh no, you didn't beat Roman, you beat Sami Zayn playing the role of Roman for them to take the title off of Roman that way.
Joe, are you using a butcher knife to spread that peanut butter?
It's a butter knife.
Fucking guy.
Just making sure, bud.
Joe, can you blink twice if you're okay?
Wait,
I'm a little
wait,
worried.
Joe, what were you doing if you're making a sandwich for somebody?
That's for myself.
Oh.
I'm a top. I don't make sandwiches for people.
So Jesus Christ. So do you all pick your? Everybody pick?
Say something.
Wow. Usos.
I don't think Joe picked, did he?
Joe, you pick
I'll
Usos?
take the Usos because I'm intelligent.
Usos here too as well.
No, hold on. We all have to change our pick. The fucking dumbass. Submarine.
Oh, fuck off, Mike. Fuck off. I'll have to mute your fucking box in a second.
Hey, Jim, did you change that?
I did.
He probably didn't even notice.
He didn't.
I saw.
Bullshit. You would have acknowledged it.
I already saw.
Nobody acknowledges it.
Anyway,
Uso-
next
Usos
one.
and a street profit turn on Monday.
Get it ready, Jim. You got fucking Joe's little crush here, theory of relativity against you know who.
Hey, don't steal my line.
I already said it. It's gone. In the ether.
The
For
worst
US
part
Championship.
was that you literally just said Joe's man crush as he's licking the peanut butter.
How'd that work out for you, Joe? U.S. title line.
You literally like theory of relativity, and I took over, and Joe's like, "What's going on the show?"
So Theory's daddy, according to Roman Reigns, is not there anymore.
That's right.
Do we not see does the push end here?
No, Theory's daddy is actually sitting on this show right now. He's making a peanut butter sandwich.
Where's
You
the
got
dog?
that?
Not the top.
You
just
gotta remember, though, like Austin Theory is a Triple H guy. He is someone that Hunter signed back when Hunter was doing the signing.
Yeah, like Triple H hired him from Evolve.
Yeah. So like I
After
don't
getting
think
fucked
that
that one up.
Austin Theory's push is going anywhere. In fact, I think it's gonna stay just as strong.
I think
I
Theory
don't.
goes
He's not
over
gonna win here.
7,000.
Huh?
I think Theory goes over 7,000 in his next 7,000 matches.
I
Till
can
he
see that.
cashes in Money in the Bank just to lose that match as well. I will take Bobby. I will take Bobby. Hopefully, very quickly. Bobby is out of the way.
It's Bobby.
Lead off triple.
100% Bobby.
Bobby.
I said Bobby.
Oh, my bad.
Joe. We already know. Oh, Bob.
Bobby.
He goes
Okay,
Bob too. Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, Joe.
Because he's not an idiot.
He's surprised.
I'm going Theory, man. I think Theory's going to walk out with the U.S. title. And I think he's going to win the U.S. title because what did they say he was going to do? He's going to win the U.S. title. He's going to cash in, walk out with 3 belts. So I think you got to get step one. You got to get step one to at least tease at the end. We're not going to get the end.
See, I think.
Thank God Joe's not paying attention because I just said the words theory and tease in the same sentence.
Why you get him started now? See, there you go.
No, he's too busy eating the sandwich. We're safe right
Yeah,
now.
we're okay. We're okay.
It's like Jurassic Park. It's like the dinosaur is fucking over there doing. So, to take what Jim said with the, you got to get through step 1 to get to step 2 about winning the title to tease the cash in at the end. It's more believable that someone who loses their matches has a better shot of cashing in. Therefore, that's why I think Matt is 100% correct that it's 100% Robert W. Lashley.
I don't have a Robert sounder.
Craig. Hey, you're on the show.
Bob!
Thank
There
you.
we go.
Robert.
All right. In the match that I believe will be the second best match. There we go. In the match I believe will be the second best match of the night, we got Pat McAfee and Happy Corbin.
Can you just go back to being Baron Corbin? I'm kind of over Happy Corbin.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm kind of.
I miss Sad Corbin.
This is my show because I just fucking hate Corbin.
Do you really? Do you really?
Happy,
Corbin?
sad.
Oh my
You know
God.
Corbin? You know Corbin?
Garbage. I'm not a Corbin
Yeah,
guy
you're
at
the
all.
fucking worst, man.
Am I?
Yeah,
Shane
well, no,
McMahon.
you're not. We're not. I shouldn't have said that. We're on a show with
worse
you.
on this show.
That was my bad.
Yellow
That was my
submarine
bad.
up there.
Is EJ frozen?
Yes, the yellow submarine is for. Oh my God, he
No,
put you
I'm not.
two next to each other. Wow.
Oh boy. Well,
Get me out of this. No, I
I
don't
mean,
like
he wanted to be the bottom to Joe's top, so
No, that's fair.
which is weird because Joe's not a top.
Yeah.
I will take Pat McAfee via punting Happy Corbin's head straight up out of the Tennessee Titans Stadium. But I will say this: Pat McAfee will probably get booed walking to that ring by every Tennessee Titan fan because of the fact that he trolls them every opportunity that he gets.
All 10 of them.
12.
Now you got.
Hey, watch out. That's EJ's sleeper pick for this year's AFC
No, it's not.
South.
I'm not even touching that
title.
motherfucker. Got the Colts.
That's your sleeper pick?
No, it's not. Mike, shut up.
Hold on.
Wait, I am a top.
Then you go to the playoffs.
You said you weren't a top.
No, I totally am a top.
You just noticed.
Well, you got to rearrange things.
This is a no entry zone.
So you wait. So you are a top or not a top? You said.
I am a top.
Wait, I am a top. Thanks, Jim.
I feel like I'm on the Maury Povich show.
Oh my god.
As I stated on 3 count, you will never hear me choose happy, sad, any kind of Corbin as a winner. So Pat McAfee.
Yeah, I got Pat McAfee as well too.
You disrespectful, stupid idiot.
It blows my mind that you're like a fan of any of these gimmicks, Jim.
How is that surprising to you?
I mean, I get it's WWE, so you just already kind of are like okay with whatever the gimmick may be. But
I would like to propose that his next gimmick be that he is a woman.
Unemployed.
He is a woman who is having no. His next gimmick is he is a woman who is having a joyful day while on her period, and he is Summer Breeze Corbin.
Oh my god!
I believe his next gimmick, he should be a disgruntled shopper at Walmart, and we'll just call him Karen Corbin.
Karen Corbin.
I don't know who said it. I
think he can grow the hair for like a Karen haircut though, because it would be like
we have
quarters of the way back his head.
We have glue
already.
We have glue.
But
Get himself a bomb
they missed a great opportunity when Money in the Bank was in Vegas for him to lose everything again and go back to being sad Corbin. But that's McAfee's winning this match.
Does Madcap, Mansoor, Moss get involved?
No, I think that's kind of done.
They've moved on from there.
Hold on. We've said that about multiple things. We're getting Drew versus Sheamus 937 on fucking SmackDown tomorrow.
Yeah, but that's one of those feuds you can always go back to. And
that's also like a Sunday Night Heat level match. Like that's like you two aren't doing anything on the pay-per-view, so go out there
for a title match at Castle in the Sky.
Castle Grayskull?
Yes.
I have the power.
Yeah, no, I don't think Moss gets involved here. They haven't really incorporated him in this at all. So I don't see it. I think McAfee just wins.
Joe?
What were we talking about? I was thinking about that sandwich.
For the brand against Happy Small.
Hey, they were roommates in Colts training camp.
It's crazy that Happy Corbin is older than Pat McAfee too.
Oh, that match. Pat McAfee.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming, Joe.
Thanks for playing along.
That bad shit.
All right, and finally, the last match of the night is for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Last man standing match between the Chief, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar.
That would be your tribal chief. You disrespectful.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Bitch.
I know
he's the head of the table. He's your tribal chief, and you will respect him.
What did EJ say?
He called him.
He was just like the chief.
The Chief.
Big Chief Steeler base.
He is a Chiefs fan, so that's probably a high accolade from
I'm getting football mode. Yeah.
Do not disrespect Roman. I don't need to talk about this one long. Roman wins. Continue the reign. Move on.
There's 0% chance that Brock wins the match, right?
Oh
no.
You just put a number on it.
Mike can talk something into this.
0.0.
If there's one guy that can talk a way into this one is this guy here.
Oh no, come on. This is like you can easily end the show with fucking Austin Theory as the world champion. Like this isn't a hard one.
Okay, I'm sure you want that.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, because if Austin Theory wins the title here, he's just losing it at Castles in the Sky.
Still a champion though for a month.
Yeah, but what good's a month-long title reign?
Stone Cold.
What
has
good is
Bunkhouse.
Austin Theory being on my TV every week? I'm not gay.
What's that?
But he's talented.
At what? Having 9 abs?
I mean,
I like Austin.
I don't have 9 abs.
Somewhere.
They're in there.
Just gotta find them.
No, I've looked.
You just got to work for him, Jim.
That's
Nemo
real.
called. He was just trying to find.
It's obviously Roman though, but any shenanigans that come out of this match, anything weird?
Yeah,
somebody
a lot
come.
of shenanigans. Here's what's gonna happen. Roman wins. A-Town Down comes on. He either gets super kicked by one Dolph Lundgren Ziggler III, or he gets taken out by Jimmy and Jay, and he does not cash in. Roman walks out with the titles, and we get a match at Clash of the Castle between Drew and Austin Theory, or excuse me, Drew and Roman. Drew may win. Everybody thinks he's going to get the great Scottish exit, and then Austin Theory comes down and breaks his heart, and that's when Austin Theory cashes in and sends everybody home miserable because somehow some fucking random dweeb from Atlanta with 9 abs is going to leave Scotland as the champion.
Well, that just sounds awful.
Yeah.
See, I told you it did. I didn't say it was going to be great. I said welcome to misery before I started.
I mean,
Misery loves
So-
company, man.
that's
For
also not
reference, the Wikipedia page for Clash at the Castle has one match listed, and it is The Rock champion versus Drew McIntyre for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship.
That
I love
adds
fans
up.
have access to that.
That adds up. That sounds about right.
If
I
that does
mean-
happen, we definitely have some fuckery afoot at the end of SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know how we get there.
Well, that's easy. The Rock shows up at the beginning of the show, challenges Austin Theory for the briefcase, wins it.
I was going to say something easier. Roman beats Brock in 3 minutes. Acknowledge me. If you smell comes out, I ain't acknowledging shit, bitch. Put the title on the line. Okay, I'll put the title on the line right now. But if you lose, you have to acknowledge me as the head of the family. Fucking Rock walks out with the champ.
Oof, I hate that too.
Hey, buddy, I
Do
didn't
you?
say it was going to be good, but I just said we could get there. All right.
Do you hate that?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
I don't hate it as much as the potential thought of Austin Theory being the
Oh yeah, no, I don't hate it as much as
WWE
that.
World Heavyweight Champion in the next fucking 2 months.
Jim, keep in mind The Rock wrestled in WWE.
No, I'm well aware. I'm still better about the WrestleMania, the first WrestleMania in Dallas, and the shenanigans with the Wyatt family. But I'm still amazed that your house didn't get destroyed that day. But
Well, I think you were more upset about the
damn
Zack
Zack
Ryder win that day than
goddamn
anything
Zack
else.
Ryder.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I don't care about you because I still woo woo woo. Sorry.
All right.
I'm gonna take. Hold on. I'm gonna take my formal
Okay.
prediction. The head of the table, the tribal chief, the king of the ooh ah ah ting tang walla walla bing bangs, walks out of Tennessee as the champion. Will continue on his quest to become the greatest world champion since one Ric Flair of the '90s, and we move to the Roman Empire continuing.
The
All right.
Chief wins.
Jim, you're taking the head of the table, correct?
Oh yeah, it's not even close.
Does the match go longer than 14 minutes is the question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
14. Well, no, it'll be 14 even.
I'm saying bell to bell. Bell to bell.
Bell to bell.
Bell to bell, 14 even.
Okay.
I say
Not
over
mu-
14.
Over 14, but not much more than over 14.
Yeah, it's not going to be like 22 minutes long, but
Yeah, who would
So-
say so?
So does
Who would
Brock
say a
Lesnar come
ridiculous
out
amount of time like that?
rather than Brock Lesnar coming out in his Jimmy John shorts and his flannel with his Bjork Lesnar haircut, because he knows that this match is only going to go 14 minutes? Does he come out with like the old trunks with like his farmer only Brock jeans on No flannel because fuck you guys. You're making me lose in under 14 minutes, and you disrespectfully treated me. I was asking because Jonathan Gresham did it on Sunday. I was asking if Brock's doing the same thing because we saw that what got Jonathan Gresham.
No, because he wants the Jimmy John's money.
Oh, okay. Just make sure. Hey, that's why I'm asking these questions.
Does he still wear does he still have the Jimmy John sponsorship?
Probably.
Didn't he wear the
Probably does.
WrestleMania he wore, didn't he?
I can't
Maybe he
remember.
has a tramp stamp.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has a patch on his pants to say "Farmers Only." Brock.
Those could just be the only shorts he owns.
Jim, where does Jimmy John's rank in terms of your fast food sandwich restaurants?
Oh, we're back to that again?
I'm not
back to that. I don't think we were ever discussing.
No. I'm saying no on your pod last week, the sandwiches argument.
I'm not the biggest Jimmy John's fan. Like I thought they were just okay.
So you rank them at the bottom? Like if Quiznos still existed, was Quiznos above Jimmy John's?
Ooh,
yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Is above. Firehouse Subs is above.
Okay.
Jersey Mike's would be the top.
Publix is the best.
Publix, yeah, thank you, Craig. Yep.
Oh, we live in a land that doesn't have those, so.
Oh well.
Wawa.
Wawa's good.
Really good.
Wawa's good.
Yep. And dude, I would even take a Subway sub before.
Ugh, no.
Subway,
I have standards.
Jimmy
No.
John's are on the same level.
No, you don't. Shut the fuck up, EJ.
No. Subway sucks.
So you're
Subway
putting
fucks.
Subway above Jimmy John's?
No, hell no,
Yeah.
dude.
Jim is though. Okay.
Would you, Matt?
In the food realm. So I've been considering going one day, wearing a hoodie, like a hood up, sunglasses on, and trying Chick-fil-A. I'm thinking about it.
Can't handle.
I hear the sauce is really good, but I don't want anyone to see me because they'll be like, "Queen, what are you doing?" So, but
sometimes.
Wait, what was the question?
No, hold on. I know where this is going, and I think I have a better way to explain this. Joe, if you wake up one morning and just decide that you're just gonna enjoy male companionship for the rest of your life, or did you have to try it to make sure that you wanted it first?
I don't know how to answer that question.
Oh, we're really doing
sometimes you just have to taste the Lord's chicken to see if it's worth. Dude, he's talking about Chick-fil-A. He hasn't had Chick-fil-A because he's gay and they're anti-gay. So he's sitting here talking about should he go to Chick-fil-A? The Lord's chicken sandwich.
Oh, I don't know. What do you think? It'd be fucking
Joe, can somebody buy you
I'll buy it for you
so you don't have to give them your money?
Yeah, exactly. What if we bought it for you?
Is that how that works?
I mean, you can buy it by proxy. Like, you can send me $5 on Venmo.
Well, no, because then there's still.
Why don't you just go in there like a fucking queen and just, lottie-die yourself a chicken sandwich? See what happens, bro.
They'll probably give you two.
Queen lottie-da.
I gotta offer you a job.
The power of price
just get somebody to buy it for you. Then it's okay.
Okay. I think I could work with that.
And also, for the record, Brock did not have the Jimmy John's sponsorship on his shorts at WrestleMania.
Oh, okay.
Either way, I think you're okay with trying the self-proclaimed Lord's chicken sandwich, but I don't think that you need to purchase it. You can sample it the other way because that's safety for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Please don't post about it on social media though, because once you post it there, you're opening yourself up for bullshit afterwards.
Oh yeah, no, it's
all right. On that note, Jim, it is your topic.
Those are soda.
Yeah, so I used this on it was the 3-count question of the week this week, but we had the town hall last Friday with the retirement of one Vincent Kennedy McMahon. But beyond that, I think it's an interesting look to what is the legacy of Vince McMahon now in a post Vince WWE world. EJ, you want to kick us off?
Oh my god!
Wait,
how much fucking sugar is in there?
What the fuck?
What is?
I just cracked. Listen, I hardly ever drink soda, so I just cracked this open and took just about a mouthful, and I have diabetes. What the fuck is in this thing? Holy shit!
For the record,
I have a
Diabetes.
cavity.
Diabetes.
Mountain Dew Baja Gold, blasted with a natural and artificial pineapple flavor.
Oh my god!
It's
It
not-
has
Mountain Dew is a big deal in our job too, Jim. It's a
44
big deal.
grams
Everybody
total
drinks that.
sugar.
It's a big
sounds
fucking
awful.
deal.
Diabetes. Diabetes. Diabetes.
No, Vince's legacy is simple. I mean, you have to obviously separate the two. Obviously, you know, he's never claimed to be a
I don't-
stand-up guy and all that. But
I drink
what,
soda.
Joe? What, Joe?
I only ever taste Mountain Dew when I blow
Stop.
frap.
Stop
Oh
it.
my
Stop
God.
it.
For the record.
Stop.
Why?
You literally cut Ernest's one amount of momentum
You had a
that he's had all
coherent
day
thought.
for that.
Good God.
Oh my God, Joe.
Try again, EJ.
I'm done.
I can't. No, it's separating the two. Obviously, man. I mean, look, we said it last week on the town hall. It's very simple. Like, you know, you don't have to like the guy, but what he provided entertainment wise for 40 years. You know, we talking about like multiple generations of, you know, of entertainment here. You know, the guy's a fucking genius. Like, yes, we can agree that he's gotten stale the last maybe decade or so with creative, and maybe he's a little too overbearing, and you know the book should probably got in his hands a little earlier. But what he created with the WWE, I mean, and the fact, and I said this last week on the town hall, the fact that it still boggles my mind that I actually took a 17-year hiatus from wrestling altogether, and the fact that this shit's still fucking relevant, it is, even in 2022. Is a testament to how fucking much of a genius he is. The fact that pro wrestling still, and knowing that we have behind the curtain, and you know we know it's scripted and all that, the fact that it is what it is today is a testament to who he is. So we can separate the two. You know, like Vince. You know, Vince obviously as a human being is a scumbag, but at the end of the day, you know what he created here, this company, from taking over from his father in 1982. You know, to now, you know, it's one of the biggest companies in this country. Like I believe it was like one of the top 7 since companies. I believe I saw a year ago they're ranking like the biggest business in this country, and WWE's right up there. Like WWE's a shareholders. It's you know what I'm saying? That shit still shocks me to this day.
Company.
It still fucking shocks me that pro wrestling is still this important. This so many years later, and that's all because of him. All because of him.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Matt, how about you?
we had to mute our microphone.
We muted you guys.
We had to. We just watched Trey Mancini's Inside the Park home run, where the dude from the
The Orioles game?
right in the dome.
The Orioles game?
Yeah, it was so
That was really,
good.
that's pretty dope, actually.
He fucking gets smacked right in the top of the head.
Yeah, it's fucking bad.
Hey, maybe if he was wearing those sunglasses, it would have helped.
But Matt, when
No,
you
it was
think
Dave.
what is Vince McMahon's legacy?
I mean, it's hard to really argue with that. I mean, he's kind of synonymous with professional wrestling at this point.
Leave that anywhere, Joe. We don't need it.
He is going to always be kind of the voice of wrestling from when I started getting really into watching it as a kid until like being that presence at the end of time. So I don't think that the negative news from the end of his career follows him for very long. And I don't think that that's what he's remembered for. It's just for turning wrestling from kind of a passion project into a $1 billion company.
All right, Craig, Big Mac.
Yeah, I mean exactly what you guys just said. I mean, he took a gamble on one big event and with WrestleMania and put everything on the map. I mean, even though WCW was doing their own thing and whatnot back then, but his vision and he had all the right people when he started. He had the right announcers. He had the best talent, gimmick-wise, regardless wrestling style or whatnot. He just had everything, and it was him, but it was everything around him as well. and to able to be doing it for 40 something years is just unbelievable. You know, going out on a bad note with, you know, a lot of bad publicity or whatever, but the guy was pretty damn amazing at what he did to make it $1 billion company.
Sure, Mike.
Well, I think the first thing you have to think here is, and I've seen it on Twitter, that people were like, "Oh, well, if Vince would have never gotten the wrestling business, wrestling would have been fine with the territories." That's a lie. And anyone that is going to sit there and defend that portion of it is a liar. And they are no better than the gentleman who is now being forcefully set to retire due to his decisions. So, what I will say in that regard is, and I said this during the town hall for those of you that did not listen to it whenever we were on, you take what he did and you take it away from the wrestling and the things that he did with the wrestling business. I have a lot of my closest friends because of what Vince decided to do. I get to share a platform with you guys, which I wouldn't have been able to do because who the fuck knows what professional wrestling would have become if there was no WWF and Vince taking over all the territories, shit like that. So when I look at it from that standpoint, you know, I think the thing that I come back to is you had a killer businessman that believed in himself, that did what he had to get his business plan over. And I think there's a lot of people that have taken that approach. Jeff Bezos is one of them. Elon Musk is one of them. And we don't talk about those guys as the scummiest human beings in the world until they do something stupid. Kind of like
what we do now. Elon now.
Because they did something stupid.
But real quick, the women took the money. They didn't turn it down. They want to get them for the payoffs, but they still took the money.
I'm also one of those where at this point, I don't know when these situations occurred. I don't have dates. I don't know if Wall Street Journal has said dates. I'm sorry if you were really that upset by it, and I know that the whole COVID and the Me Too movement, and that's when everything came out. He's still the owner of a multi-billion-dollar company whenever this happened. You probably should have went to somebody right when it happened, and then you would have a bigger lawsuit on your hands, because you could say that this person chose not to investigate because they didn't take women's rights seriously. So it's one of those things where, you know, like Craig said with the payoffs, that's not what I'm coming back to with the whole thing is it's always positive until somebody makes the mistake. It took Vince 40 years, 35 years, if it happened in the last 5 years, for his fatal flaw to be exposed. But I said this on the town hall. Are we really that surprised? Vince had his top female talent in the middle of the Attitude Era stripped down to her bra and underwear and get in the ring and bark like a dog. Like, I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm really trying not to. But are we genuinely surprised that this came out? I would have been more surprised if you would have picked up the phone and been like, hey, man, did you hear the news? Chris Benoit didn't kill his family. Vince paid someone to kill his family and him. That I would have been like, holy shit. I would have never have seen that coming. But a guy who berated his talent, degraded them on television for ratings, we're surprised that he paid people to not talk about what he was doing behind closed doors.
Well, no, I don't think people are.
There are people in the world, Jim, and I'm not saying it's the 5 of us, the 6 of us, the 20 of the people that are going to listen to the show. But there are people on Twitter like, oh my God, I can't believe it. You can't? Are you Icelandic or retarded?
Well, I also think sometimes when people say they can't
you
believe
watch the
it,
Ernest Hulu version that cuts out an hour and a half of the show?
I think sometimes when people say I can't believe this happened, it's more just I'm shocked at the details.
But I don't think that anything Vince could do when it comes to paying people or not paying people, because of the way that he went about taking over territories. He went into the office and basically was like, yeah, fuck you. You're not running the show anymore. I am. But he took over like...
Wait, yes. But you got to understand a lot of people that you're seeing react to this on social media, they may not even know how exactly Vince McMahon came to formulating the World Wrestling Federation.
All I will say is, if you are a wrestling fan, I don't feel that you can be genuinely shocked that Vince McMahon paid somebody to not tell them what he did. I truly think that he is the king of the payoffs. He probably bought promotions for nickels on the dollar whenever he was trying to formulate the global takeover. He probably, hell, fucking Jeff Jarrett held him up with a pea shooter, according to My World with Jeff Jarrett, to get paid more money to do the job to China before he left. I mean, are we really surprised that Vince is going to shell out money for people that he wants and people that he doesn't want to be where he doesn't want them to be?
No. I mean, that's business.
So that's why I'm saying he made a business decision to pay those women the money that he decided to pay them to keep making more money. The fact that it took this long for it to come out is the thing that I am more surprised about. I truly believe that there would never be a day until the day that he died that he wouldn't be in charge of the book. Yes, he is still the technical head shareholder and has 90% of the power. But I never thought there'd be a day where he wasn't the one with a pen going, this person's going over, this person's going over.
Right. And I mean, those are the kind of details that we touched on Friday. I think that's venturing away from his legacy. Like,
his legacy is he did whatever he could to get himself into a position to be the best booker in wrestling history.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter who he pissed off to get there.
There you go. Joe.
His legacy is WrestleMania. That's it. It's WrestleMania, the brand. It's the fact that he literally bet on the company for the first WrestleMania. Got us where it is today. He's turned them into stadium shows. He literally, hell, in 1998, he bet on WrestleMania again. That company would have gone out of business if things didn't go the right way with them getting Tyson in and all that. And Austin winning and all that. That's on record as well, you know. That was the turnaround for them financially, that WrestleMania. So, again, he bet on WrestleMania. And I think it really goes to show you that at this point, WrestleMania tickets are going on sale in August. It didn't happen until April. Tickets are going on sale in August, like quite literally almost a year in advance. And guess what? That motherfucker's going to sell out. Because people buy tickets to WrestleMania. Doesn't matter who's on the card. Doesn't matter who's in the main event. Doesn't matter who's defending the title. People want to go to WrestleMania. It's a brand. And that will always be a brand. Like WWE coming to your town isn't an instantaneous, I'm going to go. Right. WWE garners in its name a lot of interest, sure, but it's not instantaneous. WrestleMania is coming to your town, you're going to go.
Right.
If you're even remotely a wrestling fan, you're going to go because it's WrestleMania. And Vince created that. So I think that's more than anything else, that will be his legacy. That will be the thing that 35 years from now, when they're doing WrestleMania, the opening video of WrestleMania still going to have Vince McMahon in it. You know, he might not be in the opening video of every WWE show, period, but he'll be in the opening video of every WrestleMania.
The fuck are we looking at?
I don't.
You want to take a guess on which professional wrestler this is?
No, that's a wrestler?
That's Buff Bagwell.
Figure.
That's Buff Bagwell?
Are you serious?
Marcus Buff Bagwell.
Wow.
Jesus.
Looking like Mr. Rogers.
For me, I'm not 100% sure that Vince McMahon's legacy is cemented yet. I think the next 2 weeks to 6 months is going to tell us a lot about what exactly Vince McMahon's legacy is going to be. If his retirement is a way to call the media dogs off and whatever bullets were in the chamber all of a sudden don't get fired, then I think a lot of the points made here end up being Vince McMahon's legacy. I think if a lot more of these stories that were reportedly out there and are still out there do come out, I think the legacy becomes he was all of these things, but, and there's always going to be that but attached to it. The less that comes out, the smaller the but is.
Yeah.
What if he sold all those shares to buy the Wall Street Journal to shut him up?
I mean, here's the deal. Look, sometimes like when
He's done it before.
I mean, exactly. You know, but the thing is too, like, I think part of the reason that the things came out when they did, it's people want bad people out of positions of power.
Sure.
So if there's a backdoor deal of, look, I'm going to retire, I'm going to no longer be in charge of the company and all that. You know, will this kind of put a stop to things? Maybe that's what happened. We'll see. I mean, I don't think you can ever, now that we know what things that have happened, I don't think you can ever truly ignore what has happened. But the longer time goes, I mean, Vince McMahon created the World Wrestling Federation and created Wrestlemania, and is the reason that Impact exists, and is the reason that AEW exists, and is the reason why wrestling podcasts exists, and is the reason why that people like us continue to do the things that we do. So there's all of that. There is good mixed in with the bad. But I think the legacy is complicated. I'll say that. Looks like EJ had to step away for a second. So Joe, I think we're gonna go to your topic now.
Yes, Joe's topic is next.
And I feel like it's a good transition from the previous topic because, as we know, Vince is retired. He gone. And now Triple H is in charge. And I know that some people, I mean, I listen to Busted Open a lot, and I feel like they're really guilty of it. Some people seem to think, oh, Triple H is in charge, everything's going to change. We're going to get, you know, all these radical changes, things are going to be different, yada, yada. And I at least know, Jim, from everything that I've heard from you and our text messages and stuff, you're a little bit more realistic, a little bit more like, give it time, see what's going to happen. So that's why I approach this from the 6 months idea. So in the next 6 months.
But what are your opinion on myself and Ernest in that group chat then, and our thoughts?
I don't remember exactly your guys' thoughts per se. I think you guys were more in line with what I'm thinking, which is that like we will see some stuff. Jim seems to be the one out of all of us that's kind of like, ain't shit gonna change anytime soon. Calm your tits. So my thought though is, if things are gonna change, if there's gonna be any kind of radical changes or even small changes, whatever, what 5 changes do you want to see from the Triple H era of WWE in the next 6 months?
Yeah, and I mean, here's the deal: like when I said that, like, look at Monday Night Raw this past week. Do I think it was a more coherent show? Yes. Do I think it was? I think there was a bit more physicality on Raw this week than we've seen in normal weeks. But it still felt like a Monday Night Raw. So like there was subtle changes. There wasn't anything drastic. There was people that thought we were going to tune in and see fucking black and gold ropes and Triple H doing a fucking call to arms and shit like that. Like, no. It's going to be subtle changes, and it's going to happen in a way that 6 months to a year from now, what the WWE product is may be unrecognizable to what it is today.
Is it wrong? Is it wrong that at a big pay-per-view, I do want the Triple H intro like the NXT, and instead of
it's not wrong, but I don't think you're gonna get it.
I don't think we're getting it anytime soon. But I
No.
would love for like Survivor Series to start with that. Like,
I would love that too, because it would actually make me give a fuck about something Survivor Series.
That's what I'm saying.
But anyway, let's I diverted, but we'll go to the topic. Anyone want to lead off with one of the things they have?
First thing is drop the fucking WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship bullshit and just bring back the Winged Eagle. One.
So do you want to split the titles, or do you just want one title and it be
the
Winged Eagle?
If you want to keep it as one title and bring back the Winged Eagle, I'm okay with it, because here's my thought process. You're getting ready to go into an era where if Triple H gets what he wants, you're going to go with a more athletic roster. Maybe not guys like Robert W. Lashley and the Tribal Chief carrying the title belts. So you don't need those big monstrosity title belts that take up guys' entire abs. Whenever your champions are the Johnny Garganos and Adam Coles of the world and the Ricochets, even though he's still a dick. You don't need those hulking title belts for those guys to carry around, because the Winged Eagle looked just damn good enough on guys like Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. It'll look just good enough on guys like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. If that means that you split them, I'm okay with it. You can bring back a different title to represent the other one, or you can come up with a whole new design altogether. But I think going back to Old Faithful and bringing back the Winged Eagle is something that I want to see, because it's also something that Triple H can do as a legacy to Vince, because that was the title that basically was Vince's for the entire duration. Yes, he brought back the big domed eagle afterwards and the big gold belt and stuff like that, where Vince, paid tribute to wrestling history. But for some reason, I just think the Winged Eagle fits the style that I think Peter wants to try to turn WWE into.
Yeah, it's a gold belt all time in that company.
Yeah, I will. That basically what one of mine was. So I crossed one of mine off because I had splitting the titles and presenting, and with that kind of presenting both shows separately, but similar idea. So I and that's kind of what we'll do if any of these as we go around cross them off. Obviously,
right.
We don't repeat ourselves. So yeah, that was one.
So I'm not someone that hates the brand split. I actually like the brand split. It makes sense, but I'm okay with them ending it now. Just let's see where it goes. They really shortened the roster the last couple of years, obviously because of the pandemic. But end the brand split for a little while. See how that goes.
All right.
I can go next, and I will say to add on to Mike's, if they can make Bret Hart wheeling down the ramp, holding a belt or strapping it to the arms of his motorized wheelchair look cool, then yes, they can make anything look cool. I would say for their first act, and I hope it's already in the works, let's mend fences with Sasha and Naomi and bring them back and reinvigorate the women's division.
Well, according to Meltzer today, that's actually supposedly in the works already. But again,
according to who?
Yeah.
Did you pay $9.99 for that information?
No, thank God.
Yeah, I mean one of mine, Matt, was like basically building up like
the Bret Hart thing. Yeah, I know.
We figured
it out. Like building up a women's mid card, like actually having women's matches and feuds that have nothing to do with just the titles.
Yeah,
like how many quote unquote pointless matches do we have every week on these shows? Let's have some quote unquote pointless women's matches.
Let's build up the number one contender like they do in every other wrestling promotion.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of one of mine as well. Joe, you got one?
No, I brought this to you guys. I thought you guys would You would have the list.
Joe does lists.
Without doing lists.
I have another one here too. Also, make the mid card belts matter again. Like really make it matter. Like make the U.S. title matter. Make the IC title matter. Have these matches on the big shows. Make them fucking matter.
And to go along with building back up the women's division, build back up the tag team division. Let's get like actual tag teams back. Let's not just have thrown together tag teams. Let's have people that come up through NXT if we want to go that route and have actual tag team wrestling be something that we actually care about and not just. And it's not no knock on RK Bro because I really like them, but I mean, there was no rhyme or reason behind it, really. It was just like, hey, you guys are kind of in the same boat. Let's turn this into something. Like,
hey,
let's
you guys
actually
look like weed.
Like, let's see some growth in that, so it's not always the same 3-4 tag teams every couple weeks that we see in a feud.
Totally agree.
Yeah,
I
have reestablished a tag division. EJ, kind of along the.
I had that too. Also,
the line with making the mid card belts means something. One thing I have is establish legitimate world/universal title contenders, which kind of goes hand in hand with establishing a solid mid card and making the mid card titles mean something. Like how many times did you see guys build up to the Intercontinental title to then become world title contenders? Like, I mean, I think they were doing a little bit of a job with, like, and Cody kind of fell into their lap, and the popularity of Randy. Randy's always been near the top for the last decade. But you're looking. We're 2 days away from SummerSlam, where you had to call the Fields of Saskatchewan to be able to have a world title contender for this show, because you don't really have anybody. Like Kevin Owens is a former Universal Champion, and he's just coming off of a feud with Ezekiel. Like you have some guys who have held the title before, but now they're just middling in God knows what. So actually establish people that could at any point contend for a title.
Right. Yeah.
Big Mac.
So one I have here, and this is, I'm going to say it's something that I hope for, but it's something that I think could be beneficial to the WWE landscape. I don't necessarily know that we have to rush pay-per-views or premium live events just to put them up. I don't think they need to go to the AEW school of doing the 4 big shows and then making Raw and SmackDown more important that way. But if you have Kingdom in the Skies over there in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, 2 weeks later, I don't need Survivor Series.
Right.
Especially if you're not going to make Survivor Series what Survivor Series should be, the elimination tag matches. I kind of hope that that's something that Triple H brings back, because I think that's something that could be entertaining. You don't mean to tell me that you wouldn't see the main event stars of Raw take on the main event stars of SmackDown in a 5-on-5 elimination match, or the tag division and the women's division and the mid-card division? We can do this very easily and make this entertaining.
Right.
And make it unlike every other pay-per-view where, oh, look, they're fighting again and again and again.
Now they have to be teammates for brand supremacy. And the other thing that I would do with Survivor Series, and this is something that I think could then be a good thing, why not make it mean something? I know we've tried it before with the MLB All-Star Game and shit like that. Make the game matter. Make Survivor Series matter.
Thank you.
Go with the most wins gets number 30 in both Royal Rumbles. And then you have tournaments to determine who's the number 30 entry. So if SmackDown doesn't have anything going on, let them win the fucking tournament, and then now you have a tournament to determine who's coming in at 30. That means something, because they won a Survivor Series. It took all of December to determine the tournament winner, and then in January you have the person win the tournament, and now you know, like, okay, 30 is going to be this person. Yes, it's less shock value because the 30th entry isn't going to be John Cena for the third time, or Stone Cold coming out and throwing people out, or Mayor Kane after he, gets reelected or some bullshit. Whatever the fuck it is.
Or Chris Benoit.
Wow.
He went there.
Chris
I'd rather see Chris Benoit than Mayor Kane.
Oh, man.
He's not lying. He's not lying.
I'll say this.
Hey, listen, hang in there. It might happen.
Wait. I'll say this. One idea that I would have is let's bring back, if you're going to still do the pay-per-views every month or premium live events every month, we know from the NXT days that Triple H was kind of big on some of the WCW, homage. Maybe let's bring that over to the main brands. Maybe let's have War Games at Survivor Series featuring like a Team Raw.
War Games! War Games!
That's the word.
Said
It's my fault. But maybe let's have that match that I'm not going to name again.
No, you can say it. You've already said it. He won't play
Oh,
it.
okay. So let's have
That's
Blood and Guts, but between Raw and SmackDown.
You know what?
Or
while you're at it, you might as well just have Game Wars.
Yeah, you probably might as well should.
Games! War Games! War Games! War Games!
That was just for Craig one. He never heard that one before.
Yeah, Game Wars.
That's good.
But it'd be fun. It'd be fun if the June pay-per-view, June's Money in the Bank, and July usually has an event as opposed to SummerSlam. So maybe next July we get Great American Bash, or
or you just
Bash your beach.
give me Starrcade in December. I don't need fucking TLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool actually.
We make those old fucking really good fucking names like Great American Bash. Yeah, I'm with you, man.
Beach Blast.
Bash at the Beach, yeah.
Halloween Havoc.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Halloween Havoc would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm in favor of all of that.
Great Balls of Fire.
Fastlane.
Get out of here.
Bring back Shane McMahon. Bring back Shane McMahon. Beep, beep.
Judgment Day. Oh, wait, never mind. That's a faction now.
Yeah.
That is a fact.
Hey, Jim. Bring back Shane McMahon.
Oh, fuck you, Ernest.
The best in the world!
Now you're just being yeah.
You don't miss him?
What an asshole.
He's
Shane
just
O'Mac, man.
he's literally the worst.
I don't know what's worse. This him doing this or just him just being around.
Like round?
No. Being around.
A round. Oh.
A round.
A round. I think you're talking about him being round.
No.
Shane McMahon!
Fucking return, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
The other thing, one of the other things that I think, a beneficial thing that I want them to do is I do want them to go back and replenish some of the roster. I understand there aren't a lot of wrestlers down in NXT that are ready to be up on the main roster, but I'm okay with Toxic Attraction being moved to the main roster. I'm okay with them re-signing Dakota Kai and Candice LeRae and bringing back a Johnny Gargano of sorts. I think they need to get more depth because they went away from good in-ring professional wrestling to good acts, or acts that Vince wanted to see get over before he left.
I think there's a good chance he might see that in the 6 months. I think with Vince being gone, a lot of people might want to come back to the company knowing that he's not there anymore.
It's not just that, because there will be a lot of people that want to come back, but you have to pick the right people.
Well, right.
Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Tegan Knox, Johnny Gargano. Those are guys that are accessible that you can get. You screwed up by losing Adam Cole, Bebe, Bob Fish, and Cool Kyle. Thank you. You lost them. You lost Malachi Black. You lost Buddy Murphy.
You're okay losing Buddy Murphy.
You lost Keith Lee. How about that?
Okay, you lost Keith Lee.
Yeah.
You lost Swerve.
Yeah.
Those are guys that you miss. But if you mean to tell me that Vince being gone leads to a return of one Bray Wyatt, one Dakota Kai, one Tegan Knox, Johnny Gargano, eventually the re-sign of a couple other guys. Like, that's fine. No, you don't need to replenish it by bringing back the Braun Strowmans and the EC3s of the world. Like, you don't need that.
Hard pass.
But there are people that are available right now that were members of the roster that you could go get that would be major acquisitions. And no matter how you use them, if it's NXT to get the Braun Breakers of the world over, that's fine. I'm good with that. Last thing that I have as a set thing that I want done, I'm good on Maxim male models with Max Dupois. Let Maxine do that. Give me L.A. Knight.
Oh, there's one that I'll say actually that goes along with that, and it's something that they mentioned on Busted Open, and I agree with it. I don't want to see guys changing their gimmick when they leave NXT to go over to Raw or SmackDown.
Right. Yeah.
If you're building up these characters on television where people get the chance to see them and become familiar with them, why are you changing those characters? Like, we've gone through so many guys that we loved while they were in NXT, and then they came over to the main roster, got it some shit-ass gimmick, and then ended up unemployed within, like, 6 months to a year. You're carrying Crosses and Keith Lee, frankly, and a lot of other guys like
Karrion
that.
Kross is still available. You can go get him.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I'm not a huge fan, personally.
Yeah, no way.
But like, that's the thing. Like, if you're gonna build these people in your developmental to have these great characters, just to change the character when they go over to the other show, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you want to actually have some kind of continuity, I guess is a good word for it.
Yeah, I mean, or if you're going to do it, at least present a story that has some sort of believability and logic to it. Like, I mean, I think they've done a good job at explaining the reason why Walter is Gunther. Like, if you're going to do it,
No, they didn't. Stop that.
they have though.
But but here you go. If you want to believe that, why did they change Marcel Barthel's name to Ludwig Kaiserroll?
Well, they didn't do a good job at explaining that.
But if we're gonna give them the goods, we got to give them the bad. Why is it just chomping out?
To go back to the Karrion Kross before I put forth my final thing that I want, I mean, I'll quote John Hammond and say we're so preoccupied thinking whether or not we could, didn't stop to think whether or not we should.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
My last pet project, and I'm
He ain't lying.
probably alone with this, and that's fine. Let's get rid of the 24/7 title and bring back the hardcore title, because they're basically the same title,
thing.
except the hardcore title was a lot cooler than the 24/7 title ever has.
Or at the very least,
or just get rid of both of them.
or that, or do some of like the fun and creative things that they did with the hardcore title with the 24/7 title.
Yeah, let Dana
like
Brooke
the 24/7 title has just become let's chase Dana Brooke around Raw.
I mean, just there, whatever.
Have her lose the title at her hotel in the gym. Yeah. Have her lose it in a ball pit like fucking Crash Holly used to. Like, no, you don't need to hit people with cookie sheets and trash can lids to make it entertaining. It was the chase that made it entertaining. It was Gerald Briscoe pinning somebody in an airport to win the fucking title and running to a car that isn't his and driving out of like
Steve Blackman getting in a bar fight with the Mean Street Posse probably was like a real thing, but they were like, hey, wait. Right. Grab the belt quick so we can film something.
And the thing that's even crazier about it, you don't even have to take up time on your TV show to do that.
It's a hell of a drug.
Right. Like every social media hit is money that is being made. Yeah. Do that shit on your social media.
You guys have a Twitter account, a YouTube page, probably a TikTok page as well, that all of this can just go on.
Utilize this stuff, man.
They used to early on, and then
I'll say that's actually probably my last thing is use social media in a more productive role. Like putting out a tweet that says that you have as many followers as the 4 major sports combined is nice, but when all you're tweeting is the same match card, for the 337th time, like you're not getting anything different. You're not getting any different retweets. Like I get it, you're sharing clips from Raw, but put a match on Twitter before Raw goes live. A Twitter exclusive.
A dark match, yeah.
I mean, we've seen like the dumbest stuff has been their biggest hits producer on social media. Jim, do you remember when Summer Rae and Rusev had their couple, and that got like millions of views on YouTube every week? Like Dog Ziggler was a thing that people, including me, just found hilarious and watched time and time again.
I mean,
dude, the Lana fucking Bobby Lashley wedding shit. Remember all that? I got
10
millions of
million
fucking views.
To this day, I mean, this was back on like the original WWE.com. But like the lunchtime with Timmy White and Josh Matthews.
Yes, where he's trying to
were
kill
some of the funniest things I have ever seen in wrestling.
Tim, don't.
Like, Tim White, like tying the brick around his neck and dropping it into the fishbowl to try and kill himself to get away from Josh Matthews. I mean, probably in bad taste now, but hilarious at the time. My fifth and final one, and it's as much because I think it ties back to him being Vince or Triple H's backup plan. But it's also the run that this guy's been on by taking L after L after L for a year. Get me a fucking Seth Rollins title run and figure out how, because this guy is on a different level. It's the best version we've ever seen of him, and I want to see him back on top.
All right, Mike, it's you. Close it out.
All right, last topic before we get to wrestlers of the week. It is Ric Flair's last match this Sunday from the Nashville Flair grounds.
Jesus. Is that how they're billing it?
Well, that's where it was supposed to be at originally. It's now at the Municipal Auditorium.
That's right.
But yes, they decided that they were going to try to have it at the Flair grounds at first. It's part of the reason why Jeff Jarrett decided to beat the shit out of Ric Flair to lead to this match. Which, before we get to the card, and I'm going to say this, and it's okay, I will actually be cheering for Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal in this match over Ric Flair and Scumbag.
So you're cheering for the baby faces.
Correct. Yeah. Because anyone that believes that Ric Flair is not the heel going into this match has never had someone basically walk up to them like, "Hey, fuck your dad." Because if that's the case, like it's on site, boys. Here's a 2-piece with a biscuit and a fry. Like, sorry, like we're just letting people just say shit about people's parents and shit. I will say this though: the episode 2 weeks ago where it was Jarrett, doing the show and they were talking about Flair being in Nashville, that was entertaining, and him trolling Conrad was cool. It was good listen. The one this week with Jerry Jarrett and Karen Angle Jarrett, or whatever the fuck she's going by now, being part of the show. First off, Jerry, take the microphone out of your mouth. I know you're 78 billion years old. You probably were there when dinosaurs were rolling around. We don't know.
I didn't listen.
And Karen Jarrett is probably one of the most annoying people I've ever met in my life. And I've never met her. She's literally like screaming at the podcast host who's just trying to do his job. And it's just like, bitch, what are you yelling at him for? He's not Conrad. Like, be different if it was the son-in-law being the one that was asking these questions, but it's the guy just trying to do his job. But I digress. Ric Flair's last match, it's on fight.tv or fight.com. You can order it there. Good matches lined up. I would say that this is a super card leading into the main event. We'll start with the Bunkhouse Battle Royal. Currently announced for that is Bully Ray, James Storm, Crimson, Ricky Shane Page, Commander from AAA, Sin Bodhi, Big Damo, a.k.a. I forgot what his name was in WWE. He was part of Sanity.
Oh, Killing Dean.
Yeah, that guy. Crowbar, because everybody loves Crowbar. Brian Myers, Adam Priest, Gringo Loco. We like him. Wolfie D, Cal Hero from OVW, as well as more. I'm not going to make a formal prediction on this match. Honestly, I think this is just going to be a glorified battle royal between some old guys as well as some new guys. Maybe Bully Ray wins because Conrad got him to agree to it on Busted Open.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
I'll go Bully Ray. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Relic because his name is Killer spelled backwards.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna take Ricky Shane Page because why not?
I'll go with the Cowboy James Storm.
I think Ernest should take Crowbar because you would put a crowbar in a toolbox.
That's true.
Fair.
Fair enough.
Or he could take Bully Ray because he's a super tool too.
There you go. This one should be fun. 4 Corners Independent Wrestling Dream Match. It is Nick Wayne, one of the most over acts in independent wrestling right now, taking on Konosuke Takashita. His name looks like Take a Shitta. Versus Alan Five Angels, formerly of the Dark Order.
Mm-hmm.
And the now former Ring of Honor World Champion, Jonathan Gresham.
Let's go Gresham. Fuck it.
Do you even know who he is?
Jonathan Gresham, the black guy, right?
Okay. Just making sure.
Just making sure.
Racist.
Matt?
Give me Alan Angels. Just because I don't want to pick the same person as EJ.
Makes sense.
Fuck
Jim?
you, Matt.
Jim?
I don't want to pick the same person as EJ, but Gresham needs a redemption.
Fuck you, Jim.
Buried on Ring of Honor last week.
So you're going Gresham?
Yeah.
Alonzo, wait, I am a top. It's on you.
It's gonna be Take Shitta.
Is that because you're a top?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Nick Wayne, who's probably one of the most over indie guys.
Bruce Wayne?
Yes, I'm Batman.
Did we each pick a different person to win this match?
No,
EJ and Jim picked the same
Well, there's
because they're
5
best
of
friends.
Oh, there's only 4 people, right?
I actually had logic behind it.
True.
Yeah, your logic was that you picked who I didn't pick. So yeah, there you go.
Moron, he did take you. Took the
I
rest
picked
of
the same person you picked.
You took Gresham?
Yes, you
because
oh my
moron.
God, are you
two are
here?
best
Change his name.
friends.
Change his name back right now. He is not EJ. He is dumber than.
I got it.
Legacy
I got it.
match will see Ricky Morton and Kerry Morton with Robert Gibson, I believe, being at ringside, representing the Rock and Roll Express, taking on a team representing the 4 Horsemen, Brian Pillman Jr. and Brock Anderson with the Enforcer at ringside. Matt, we'll start with you.
I'm going to choose the 4 Horsemen just because I want to see if the Rock and Roll Express actually die in the ring. Because they might.
I'll take Matt's pick because,
All right. You know what? Give me.
No, fuck you, man. You locked in, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Jim?
I'll go with the 4 Horsemen because I've never seen a 25-year-old look like an 80-year-old.
Oh, Jesus.
And I respect that for Brock Anderson.
Oh yeah, Joe.
Yeah, I'll go with the Horsemen's.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll be the lone wolf here. I'm gonna take the Rock and Roll Express.
My pick is the hospitals that will benefit from all of these old fucks being on this card.
Right?
He ain't lying. Wait for it. All right. Impact versus MLW.
He ain't lying.
Thank you. In a promotional tag team match, the team that had arguably the best tag team match in professional wrestling this year, the former Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, the Briscoes, taking on former MLW World Tag Team Champions. They might still be the MLW Tag Team. I'm not 100% sure about that. It is the Von Erichs, Marshall, and I think Eric.
They are not the current tag team champions.
Who are the current tag champs in MLW?
I'm looking. Let's see. Current champions. The tag champions are.
It's not the LaPark is
Hustle and Power.
Hustle and Power.
Who?
Which is EJ and Duca and Calvin Tankman.
So they already suck because there's an EJ involved.
But I know Calvin Tankman. He's cool. I'm going to take the Briscoes.
Right, but there's still an EJ.
That's true. That's what you said.
Calvin can just turn on
Matt.
Thing sucks.
Matt, call me Pearl. Call me Pearl. It's okay.
All right, Pearl.
That's true.
I'm going to take the Briscoes here.
Likewise.
Yeah, it should be the Briscoes.
Yeah, any team that loses to a team that has an EJ in it is not a worthy team. Give me the Briscoes.
Joe.
Yeah, Briscoes.
All right, so this match has actually changed. So this website is actually factually incorrect because
Fake news.
It's not fake news. There was an injury. Clark Connors is
Oh.
out. I have to go to the.
So is Cliff coming in the match now? His brother Cliff?
Shut up.
All right.
It'll be Ren Narita versus Yuya Uemura.
The last
I'm
one.
gonna
You mean Yamura?
I'm gonna go with Ren.
You mean Yamura? Whatever the hell the fucking.
Yeah, I'm also going with Ren. And EJ's culturally insensitive.
I'm part Asian though, so whatever.
You ain't.
Doesn't change what I just said, does it?
Nope.
Yeah, EJ, you're such a fucking jerk. You're so rude. Anyway, I'm gonna take crab ragoon with brown sauce.
Oh my god. I'm gonna pick whatever EJ didn't pick. Oh, excuse me, whatever Pearl didn't pick.
Oh, there you go.
Let's go.
Wait, where's my picture? Jesus.
What?
The one that has him on the nose. That's the group chat.
On the nose.
Oh, I don't have that one on here.
Okay.
We'll get it set up for you, sweetheart.
Go to hell, EJ. Come on.
In a match that I didn't know that we were going to see in 2022, but for some reason we are. It is Killer Cross with Scarlett Bordeaux versus Harry Smith.
So are they still doing OnlyFans?
I don't know. You would know better than any of us.
That's what I heard. They're doing that fucking.
Oh, sure. I'm sure you heard that.
I heard about it.
All right, FarmersOnly.Brock. Joe, who you got in this match?
Give me Killer Carrion.
Wow, I didn't know your name was Joe Pearl.
Yeah, you're not.
Oh, my bad.
Fuck.
You're not up yet.
Just because my hand's up your ass doesn't mean you get to answer when he asks me a question.
Sorry. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
All right, I'm weirdo. I'm gonna go ahead and take who's in the match?
Killer Carrion Cross.
Killer Cross and
Davey Boy Jr.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take Harry Smith.
Jim?
Much like Matt will not pick Happy Corbin, I will not pick Karrion Cross. So give me Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Wow, the disrespect towards
that's mean.
Scarlett.
That's
Matt?
mean.
No, it's disrespectful
Disrespectful to Scarlett. Yeah, give me Harry Francis.
She chose this life.
Harry Francis Smith.
He chose her fate.
Pearl?
I'll take Davey Boy's kid. Fuck it.
I'll take.
You know what? Give me Karrion Cross.
Fuck
Yeah,
you,
okay,
man.
I'll take Scarlett. I'll take Miss Scarlett with the wrench in the observatory. We have a tag team dream match, which will see Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, the American Wolves, taking on Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Guns. This is a 2012 tag team dream match. Don't necessarily know that I see it being the same kind of match they would have had if it was, 2012 to 2014. With that being said, though, I'm going to take the Motor City Machine Guns to win this match.
Give me the Wolves, man. Oh, sorry.
God damn, dude.
You don't get to pick second every fucking time.
Wait your turn, motherfucker.
But I'm glad because now I know I'm not picking the same team because I was going to go with the Guns and give me this match all day. Second best match on the card, in my opinion.
I'm actually on the phone right now trying to trade Ernest for a washing machine. Hold on.
I'll take Motor City Machine Gun.
Who's next?
Joe.
Was that a bottle you were using as a phone?
It's my koozie.
Oh, okay. That's so get smart of you. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Wolves.
Francis James Pearl III.
The Wolves.
Thank God you didn't pick the Machine Guns.
Yeah.
All right, for the Impact Wrestling World Championship, it is the champion, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander, taking on the longest reigning MLW World Champion of all time, Jacob Fatu. Big Jim.
Josh Alexander retains.
Matt?
Alexander retains.
Joseph?
I'm gonna go crazy here. I think it's time
What else
for
is new?
I think it's time for Jacob Fatu to finally start to branch out and into more homes because Impact is factually on more TVs than MLW. So let's make an impact. And let's have Jacob Fatu go ahead and win the title.
You're an idiot. Ernest?
I'm with Joe here.
Another idiot.
I'm with Joe.
Stupid idiot.
I'm with Joe. I'm feeling you, man.
Joe,
Jacob, fuck you.
Joe, way to take one for the team, buddy. I appreciate that.
Good job.
You dumbass.
In a AAA fatal four-way match, it is Laredo Kid versus Taurus versus Bandito versus the AEW talent Ray Phoenix, not Phoenix. Sorry, Justin Roberts, you moron. Matt, as the guest, I will let you lead off here.
Appreciate that. Give me the Laredo Kid all day.
All right, Joe.
Ray Phoenix.
Producer Jim.
Give me Bandito.
Pearl.
Ray Phoenix.
All right, cool. I'll take Taurus since nobody else took him. Figure we just represent everybody in the fatal four ways.
Works.
Right.
Yep.
Excellent. Smart idea. Impact Wrestling Knockouts.
Yo, motherfucker. How big is this fucking card, dog?
Dog.
It's a
Do you
fucking
think
pay-per-view, EJ.
Do you think that Ric Flair's going out and having a 60-minute Broadway, you moron?
I was kind of hoping so.
You're literally building up an undercard for
I know.
Ric Flair's last match.
It's a pretty good undercard, though.
You have to get people in the door for this thing, man.
So it is a triple threat match for the Impact Wrestling Knockouts title. It is Rachel Ellering versus Deonna Purrazzo versus the champion Jordan Grace. Big Jim.
Ooh,
Give me Deonna.
Joseph.
Jordan Grace.
Matt.
Contractually obligated to pick former guests of 3 Count Thursday, so give me Deonna Purrazzo.
I will also take the Virtuoso.
Multi-time guest.
Oh,
by the
fuck
way.
your
Multi-time.
contract obligations, Matt. Fuck your whatever. I'm going to go fucking Jordan Grace.
Go right ahead. I don't give a shit who
You
you
dumbass.
I don't know.
Do I care?
No.
And last
Can I get a
but
you need to leave before this?
Yes.
You need to leave.
Thank you.
And last but certainly not least, main event from the Municipal Auditorium, Ric Flair's last match.
We made it.
It'll be the team of Ric Flair and his badass son-in-law, as said by him in a fucking promo that was really stupid. Andrade El Idolo.
He's a real big dude.
He literally in the promo, he's like, he's a real badass, and he's my son-in-law. Like what?
Thank you.
So it is Andrade and Ric Flair taking on the tag team of JEFF, JARR, ETT. Ain't he great? And the longest reigning Ring of Honor World Champion of all time, Jay Lethal. Matt, we'll start with you.
Contractual obligations
Oh my
reign
God.
supreme, my friends. So Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett come out victorious.
Joseph.
I mean, there's no scenario where Ric Flair's not winning this match. So
Really?
the fuck? What do you mean, really? It's no.
EJ, I'm
no.
contractually obligated. What fucking reason would you have to not pick Ric Flair? This is a show dedicated to him.
Like the
It's a
name of the
swan
show
song.
is Ric Flair's last match. It's like fucking acting like Marlon Brando wasn't the star of The Godfather. Like, what the fuck? Al Pacino is the one who went over in The Godfather. Let's
Did
be
you
fair.
not just see
But he
Kyle
was the Godfather
Schwarber
by
do the job
Godfather 2.
for Pujols in the home run
Yeah.
derby? Like everyone
Great
lets
booking.
people
Great
go
booking.
out on top. We had to have a whole song and dance for Derek Jeter's last season. Come on.
Really?
He doesn't know that you're a Yankee fan. You and Matt have never met each other. What the fuck?
Come on, guy.
But they're not giving Albert Pujols the same treatment. What the fuck?
They should be giving them.
All right.
Blame his team.
No, I blame Major League Baseball. Those fucks. I will, against my better judgment, take the team of Andrade, El Idolo, and Ric Flair. But I want nothing more in the world than to see Jeff Jarrett blast Ric Flair in the head with a guitar, hit him with the strut, beat him with the figure four, and let the old man go out on his back. But
look, we already saw Rock and Roll Express die earlier. We don't need to see more deaths.
Honestly, I wouldn't actually hate it if Rick would actually put Jay over on the way out and let Lethal pin him because of the whole reason why and him saying that he was an opening card match guy. I would actually find it interesting if he would put Jay Lethal over on the way out. But I do think Andrade and Flair win. Jim?
I'm also contractually obligated to pick former guest of 3 Count Thursday, Jeff Jarrett. And the closing moment of this match should be Ric Flair on his knees, similar to the way Michaels took out Ric Flair at WrestleMania. But Jeff Jarrett goes, "I'm not sorry, I hate you," and he blasts him in the fucking head with a guitar.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Boom.
Right in the head. Pearl?
I am also obligated, like these two, by proxy, to pick
No, you're
Jay
not.
Lethal.
Don't
Fuck
run
you.
those
Fuck you.
coattails.
Fuck
Nope.
you. Fuck
Nope.
you.
Get out. Mute him.
No,
Somebody
no.
mute him. Shane McMahon, War Games.
Why are you stealing their gimmick?
Okay, I muted him. him.
Okay.
It's okay. He tried to abuse the system.
Why is he stealing your
Hold on,
gimmick?
Joe. Hold on. I think I'm actually in the wrong here. I think I actually have to revert back because I am contractually obligated as a former multi-time guest of the show
more
to pick other guests
plausible.
of the show. Therefore,
Wait, you're the asshole that jealous when I said it's the best podcast in the world. What about us? What about us? What you talking about?
I'm sorry, I've been on their show more times than you have.
I don't give a shit if you're on someone's time.
Because I'm a good guest that shows up on time, you fucking asshole. And I bring more to the table than you do. All you bring to the table is half-eaten donuts that gave you diabetes and a head that's so hard to fit through a doorway.
It's still food. You're fatter than I am. What are you talking about?
EJ, Craig has said like 4 words in the last hour and a half, and I would much rather have him be on 3 Count Thursday than you in the next 6 episodes.
Anyway, I am still contractually obligated.
Mute him
by
again.
proxy of Matt.
Mute him.
Mute him.
Matt and Jim.
What
Now,
is
get him
wrong
out of here.
with you?
I'm rooting for the black guy.
I actually think
No. Real talk. No, I'm rooting for the black guy, Jay Lethal.
I actually think I'm contractually obligated because I think I'm like by proxy part of their show because
More
I
so than EJ.
More so, yes.
No,
Wait,
I'll give you that.
That's all
I'll
Matt
give you
wants.
that. I'll give you that.
But wait, EJ, if you're gonna stand there and be like, I'm rooting for the black guy, and then not pick the dude with the 12-inch dick and the like 18 baby mamas, and fucking like
See, that's racist.
12 bottles of
That shit's
Hennessy in the
racist.
back of his limo.
Fucking cocksucker.
Like,
That shit's
how
racist.
how are you gonna be like, I picked the black guy and not pick Flair? Come on.
We don't claim Flair. Sorry.
There's
There's
literally a
He brings us
song.
down.
Offset disagrees with you, good sir.
Who's
does.
Ric
Offset?
Flair drip
Who's Offset?
Who on a bitch?
Who's Offset?
You call me one.
EJ, Ric Flair doesn't claim you.
That's fine. I don't like Ric Flair anyway. I don't give a fuck. Give me the black Jay Lethal.
As opposed to the white Jay Lethal, the Power Ranger fucking.
Are you just calling him
Normally,
black
now? Normally,
white Jay Lethal.
Well, no, real talk.
I'm pretty sure the white Jay Lethal
normally
is Johnny
I wouldn't.
Gargano.
Normally, I wouldn't go for Jeff. Normally, I wouldn't root for Jeff Jarrett anyway because I don't like Jeff Jarrett. But I'm gonna go.
You not like Jeff Jarrett.
You know that I've never been a fan. Come on,
You're an idiot.
You.
He's the
You are too.
here.
How am I an idiot? Jeff Jarrett's actually been fucking entertaining. When he came out with the fucking blinky hat on, that was cool.
Growing up, I
When he
wasn't a fan of Jeff
blasting
Jarrett.
people with guitars, that was cool.
I hate him as a kid.
Impact Wrestling World Champion.
I get it.
You don't get it.
I wasn't a fan of his back then. It's okay.
You don't even know what Impact Wrestling is. Stop.
I like vegetables. You
You're
don't. It's
blaming
okay.
your
No big deal.
17-year hiatus.
You don't like veggies. I do. It's no big deal.
What?
I like veggies. You don't. It's okay. No big deal.
What?
You like Jeff Jarrett? I don't. Okay.
How does this have any kind of relevancy to the fucking conversation we're having?
It's
You
a
sit
difference of
here and
opinion.
go, I don't like
It's a
Jeff
difference of opinion, Michael.
You took a 17-year fucking hiatus. Your wrestling knowledge is fucking the 2020 fucking Royal Rumble and WrestleMania 3. You know
Right.
nothing fucking in between. Your fucking opinion is about as useful as this 3/4 strength
Jerry.
Hey, and yet I picked your boy, NJ Lethal. So
because you hate Ric Flair, not because you know.
I don't hate Ric Flair. I just
You
don't claim
also
him.
picked the Usos earlier, so you're not being consistent to your logic here.
Wait. What's that Usos doing anything here?
You took the Usos over the Street Profits. The Street Profits are black.
Well, we claim the Usos too, though. It's okay.
Yeah,
They got look, Matthew.
No.
They got street cred, Matt. You know this. Come on.
What is this? The racial
They got street cred.
And Jay Uso
I
eats
want the Wu-Tang
vegetables or some shit.
And
Yeah,
Tiger Woods.
I've heard he's a big broccoli fan.
Yes.
Because apparently that works in a wrestling argument.
All right, fuck you guys. Wrestlers of the week. Let's go.
I'll take anyone that Ernest doesn't take because fuck them.
Let's
All
go.
right, buddy. Let me open up the fucking spreadsheet. Jesus Christ. Douche. This week, the extra pick goes to.
Good at Matt.
Joe.
Fuck it.
Goes to Joe. So Joe gets the first pick. We'll cycle through and then we'll go from there. Joseph. Yeah, you can't look at my list this week. You're sitting fucking on the other side of the globe.
Jesus Christ.
Like, why do we even let him pick?
I agree.
Better yet, why do we let him vote on the top 25 whenever I have to ask him for it and I get it 4 minutes before the show starts? And it's just, yeah, I like Jim's list this month.
Look, mine can't be as bad as his, though, right?
Like,
But
well,
yours is pretty fucking bad.
don't sell.
No,
your,
we know that, right? Though, but I mean,
don't
that's
sell
not
your
Joe's.
shows for it.
You know what?
I would like to do the honorable thing and give my picks this week to our guest, all three of them. So Matt, you can have my
so
picks.
glad that you're doing the honorable thing, but I swear to God, if you don't start fucking keeping track of wrestlers, I'm gonna fucking throw something at you.
Like,
Matt,
did you watch the Ring of Honor show?
So,
Oh
so
shit,
I
that
just
happened this weekend,
yep,
didn't it?
too late. You gave your picks away.
I mean,
CFY.
yeah, but like that's my like. You literally could have just picked 3 guys from that show.
That was like a week ago, man.
So is there any rhyme or reason to the wrestlers of the week? Or
No, just nominate them, and then we do our power rankings at the end of the month, and that's how we award our Wrestler of the Year points. So it's just nominate anyone you think had a good week.
Okay. I will choose from my list here that I submitted to 3 count because I'm sure Jim did it great justice when he read through my picks earlier when I wasn't on the show.
Can't remember if I think Tim might have read yours.
So I'll use my bottom 3 just because I'm sure some of the tops were already taken. So
No. We do this draft style. So you take whoever you want. You
Okay.
go, and then whoever
even
you
better.
vote.
I'm
And
sure
remember,
these people
you're
won't.
representing my pick.
Hey,
and I'm a top.
Matt, take Rudy.
Okay, first pick, I'll take Claudio.
Great pick.
There's always room for the white Jay Lethal, Johnny Gargano. Don't forget that.
Jim, your pick.
I will go with FTR.
Ernest.
Let me go with the FTR champion, FTW champion. Oh, Hook.
I really thought he was about to just say FTR.
You literally tried to say FTR. I was just gonna.
I almost did. No, I almost did. Yeah, I almost did.
I will take a man who retained his title at the Ring of Honor show. I will take the still pure wrestling champion. I will take Wheeler Yutter.
Okay.
Matt, back to you.
I will take Dalton and the boys.
Dalton and the boys. Jim.
Give me still your Ring of Honor women's champion, Mercedes Martinez.
Ooh.
Ernest.
Give me a Jungle Boy. Great promo last night.
Great. It's an easy person for me not to put in my top 25 this month. Thanks for that, bud. I appreciate that ever so much. I will take a guy who retained his title at the Ring of Honor show as well, the still television champion. I will take Joey Samoa. And the last pick for the month goes to Matt here. He gets the extra pick because we have nine nominees every
Matt,
week.
make me proud, buddy.
Give me the new number one contender for the NWA Women's Championship, Taya Valkyrie.
All right.
Oh.
So that is the wrestlers of the week. Again, our voting is going to happen, and we will release who we have as the wrestlers of the month for the month of July on next week's show. I will send you all the spreadsheet probably tomorrow morning after I verify everything. I'm going to go back and listen to the shows. Again, top 25. If you want to rank all of them, that's fine. I don't care. I will make sure that the duplicates are highlighted so that someone doesn't rank somebody more than once. So that's the wrestlers of the week.
All right. Excellent 2-hour and 10-minute show today. Before we get going, Matthew.
Hold on. Before
What's
we
up?
get going.
What's up?
Joe, excellent show. Producer Jim, great as always.
Oh, go fuck yourself,
Matt. We appreciate you coming on. Great show, buddy. We hope to have you back more. Ernest, hold on, Craig. Great show. Even though you fell asleep a quarter of the way through.
I did. I'm fucking tired. I was so stopped.
And last but certainly not least, Ernest, the fact that you couldn't figure out how to work a rotary phone, dial-up internet, cable internet.
Thing sucks.
Basically anything that was productive for the first 25 minutes of this show. You, sir, get an F. I award you
no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Thank you.
I knew where you were going, Mike.
Thank you.
All right, Matt.
Matt, feel free to plug anything on the way out.
Maybe you can catch me on Thursdays before this show or whenever it airs because EJ airs things at weird fucking times all the time. But on Thursdays from 8 to 10 on 3 Count Thursday, you can listen to me once, maybe twice a year. It depends on if his internet is working that day on the Earnestly Speaking podcast. You can hear me on Tuesdays, Tuesday Timeout, Huddle Up podcast now. Maybe I'll be on the Football is Awesome podcast if they get a more fucking creative name than the Football is Awesome podcast. And you can catch me on Mondays on Maximize Monday. I'm following me on Twitter. It's at 3CT, the letter A. Philly is in Philadelphia, the number 8. That doesn't stand for Kobe Bryant. That doesn't stand for Daniel Jones. It's 3CT affiliate if you're not an absolute fucking moron. Thanks for having me, guys.
Joe, anything on the way out?
Yeah, you can actually catch Ernest this coming week at the local here in Boynton Beach, the Players. They're doing the stage version of Set It Off, the movie. It is Set It Off the musical. Ernest will be playing the Queen Latifah role. So you guys might want to check that out. It could be something.
Queen Latifah, yeah, that's a good comparison.
Producer Jim.
3CT. 3countthursday.com. Subscribe on all podcast platforms, YouTube as well. Huddle Up Podcast. We have a new one of our off-season episodes coming out this coming Wednesday. I think there's 2 more of those coming. Then starting August 23rd, we go live for the upcoming football season.
6 sports movie draft, by the way, EJ.
Yeah, Rudy, number 1.
Rudy,
Big
number 1. Hey,
listen.
Who took most valuable primate?
EJ.
That was also EJ.
Moron.
He also took Teen Wolf 2.
No, you Mike, you do realize that Mike, wait, Mike, hold on. Mike, you do realize
Mute him, get him out of
here. Don't do that shit, Jim. Don't even bother.
What happened? But
I actually believe I did the draft. I actually believe that shit. I believe that.
It's discussions with a nobody as well. We got derailed by a few COVID absences, but we hope to get some stuff down here in the month of August.
Ernest.
Yeah, listen to our podcast we did, me and Jim and Kyle last night. That was kind of fun, actually.
Ernest, do your bit. Ernest, do your bit.
My bit. I'll do my bit. Okay. Ernest Podcast, all podcast catchers. Guys, fun show as always. I guess that's it.
Hey, Jim.
Whoa.
Jim, real quick.
Me and Craig didn't get to plug anything on the way out. Go fuck yourself.
Well, go. Hurry up.
I did my plugging.
I know you did.
I did my plugging this afternoon. That's why I'm tired.
Yeah.
Jim, how are those Rico?
I'm not
Mortis
even going to
t-shirts
plug
coming
myself.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was that?
How are those Rico Mortis t-shirts coming along?
Damn it! I knew I forgot something this past week. By next week, we'll have a Rico Mortis shirt.
I'm telling you, the hat. Don't forget the hat.
The hat's got to be sitting there like it's covered.
That's fucking incredible.
There we go.
All right. You can follow me on Twitter at They Call Me Bird. Follow the show at Take the Number 3 Wrestling. You can somehow deal with the fucking toolbox over there.
Right. No.
That one.
This one.
Here's this pie chart that shows EJ getting no votes on the movie draft.
No.
I got no votes.
0 votes.
If you can deal with that moron,
there you go.
I also make appearances from time to time on Football Is Awesome. You can listen to it there. Ernest, I want you to know this, and I'm going to say this on this show. There's a 0% chance that you beat me in power rankings this year because your football takes are almost as bad as your wrestling takes. Somewhere between hot and garbage, and that's offensive to hot garbage. Guys, it's been a fun show. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We'll see you guys next week with a recap of SummerSlam and all that fun stuff.
Fuck all you guys.
Gang, gang.